Oh, never mind. Okay, that's fine.
Oh wait, no. Yeah,
No,
unmute Shumimasen observer. That should be fine now.
Yeah, I got it's fine.
No, the Angus shoulder reveal is gone!
Like,
Oh no,
I forgot this is going.
Why?
I was like, I forgot this is going out on the internet.
bro. It's okay. There's only 4 viewers and everyone's in this chat, so you're
The
fine.
shoulder reveal
Bro,
gave us a
I don't even want to play anymore, man.
I
What
was here for the shoulder.
Yeah, I was
The
scared to see that.
The upgrade. The upgrade would be like Gaia's going topless or something like that.
Alright, let's do
The shoulder buff is gone!
the shoulder buff.
No!
I have to pay patron fees.
Yeah. What's behind the scenes?
Subscription go, sub go.
Alrighty, shall I launch us then
Yep.
into this? What episode is this? 7.
7.
Alright, we are live, guys. Welcome back to Shumimasen's first campaign ever of D&D. Merry Christmas to all of you and Happy New Year coming up soon. And welcome to episode 7. We are not going to waste any time, and we're going to get back right into it. So, Max, take us away. Let's go.
Well, you always say that, but technically, someone has to do the
Oh, yeah,
recap.
someone has to read. Go, Machi.
So, who wants to do the recap in character, preferably?
Go on,
I
right.
can give it a go.
Okay.
Okay.
Who
I
hasn't
can
done
give
it?
a go.
Who has it? Okay,
My
go.
memory's foggy though at best. Okay.
It's okay.
Bullet point.
Okay.
There was a pan flute.
Yeah, so we're going to start off with the pan
There was
flute.
a pan flute.
So I wake up from a nice long sleep and all I can hear is a pan flute. It starts off quite soft and it just gets louder and louder and louder. And so I go over to Cat Monk's room where Nud is already there and we're banging on the door to try to get his attention, to get him to shut up. However, he doesn't listen. It's not until Soul comes along, kicks down the door in one swift movement and throws the pan flute out the window, I think. And pan flute ruined, Cat Monk heartbroken. We all go downstairs. Soul, I believe, pays the innkeeper to, fix the door. Then what do we do? I think we then go for a mooch. We go outside. We go to I.
Yep.
Triple I.
We go into there.
Yep.
And we see a kind of mysterious figure swaying from foot to foot. Immediately, Ben knows something's up. I think Nud does as well. I have absolutely no clue. I'm just having a look around at the nice stuff. I buy a health potion, I think. A couple of other people, I'm not too sure what everyone buys. After realising it's an Ictobot. And yeah, then what do we do? Oh, then Nad and Ben on leaving can't just leave well enough alone. Can't just leave the store, leave the the nice 3 Ictopods alone. No, they have to deface the sign.
No, wrong.
Don't
There was an Angus. There was the next store after that.
Yeah.
So we go to the next store. I don't remember what store this is. Is this where we got our tailoring?
Yes. No,
Blacksmith.
it's the blacksmith.
Oh my god. Okay, the blacksmith.
Mm-hmm.
So we go there. I think we do try and do something sneaky, but it doesn't work with paying. And then we leave. We got a little bit of armor. Can't quite remember what. And then Nud and Ben deface the sign. Try to run away. We get clobbered. We have to pay up for them.
We did do a good job on the sign, though.
Yeah, it was a great sign.
Nonetheless, we're now all currently sitting pretty in first class, thanks to... Nud runs into an orphanage first, and then leaves, but I don't know what happened there. And then we're on the train, we're chilling in first class, thanks to Nud, who has paid for us all. Cool? Is that right?
Yes!
Pretty much.
Beautiful.
Pretty much. So you get DM inspiration, which is an additional 1d6 dice roll for any roll that you might want to make this session.
Okay.
Okay. So yes, we start the session with the party on the lightning rail, in the lightning rail station, about to get on the lightning rail, having bought first class tickets to the trip to the Golden City. As you get on, you're kind of ushered in to the lightning rail, and you just walk around the maybe about half the length of the train. And the exterior of the train, essentially, it almost looks like a slightly more prototype version of what would be the Japan Shinkansen train, like bullet trains, kind of like that. Yeah, and as you walk, the few carriages that are linked to yours, you do see right in front of the carriage right in front of yours is actually a bar, like the bar carriage, and the one beyond that is the more economy first class, I guess peasant, carriage. And you do notice that on the bar carriage, there's actually a bot, like a bartender bot, essentially, that is serving everybody. And there are a few nobles that are kind of sitting around. The carriage behind you is also a first class carriage, and most of the nobles who were sitting in the bar carriage you saw actually had to walk past your carriage in order to get there. So as you just do a little exploring, and you realize, okay, pretty cool. Journey would probably take you about a day and a half. Kind of far, but it's about a day and a half. And you settle down into your own first class cabin. Pretty comfortable. You know, the couches are pretty large. You can just kind of sit and sleep if you want. There's like a table where you can sit, take the drinks from the bar, and come to the carriage and stuff like that. At this point in time, as you're seated in the first class cabin, the lightning rail hasn't completely left the station yet, but it is about to leave. Is there anything particular you might want to do as you sit there, just kind of, enjoying yourself, and the train slowly starts to pull out the station as it picks up speed along the way, and you see from the windows next to you the site of the station and the broad city kind of disappearing from view? Anything
Can
you guys
I
want to do?
keep myself the furthest away from Cat Monk, who will inevitably start playing music in about 2.5 seconds?
I
Sure.
sit next to Soul, and I reach into my bag.
Okay, hang on.
And no, yeah.
Here we go.
Oh!
I need to see the map change.
Wait,
Yeah,
where
fuck
is
it. Fuck it. We should explore.
Oh, bottom right team. Oh, you got him! This is the Murdoch Orient Express team. Alright.
Okay,
Start
okay.
taking notes already. Who's the conductor? What's he wearing? Is he missing a button?
When
So I
was
sit
the
next
next
to Soul.
oncoming tunnel?
I sit next to Soul, and you hear this metal clink. Ding, 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 ding.
Okay.
And I look at Soul, and Soul's like grimacing because he thinks I'm gonna pull out the metal pan flute. But little did he know, I pulled out the ring, and I just sat there and I started humming to this ring to attune it to myself.
Fair enough.
And Alina, I see her in the corner, and she's like, for fuck's sakes.
So Cat Monk actually goes quiet for like half an hour or so. Yeah.
Bliss.
And that basically, at that point of time, the lightning rail has already pulled out the station and is moving towards the mountainous region right outside the Bronze City, also where all the mines are. So you can see outside the windows, it starts to become very rocky views, almost like you could barely look past the window because most of the time it's just rocks and like the sides of mountains that are blocking your view. Yep.
Cool. I guess. So sorry. So we can this exploration. Okay.
You can if you want.
Okay. So
Hell
what's
yeah, I want to
beyond
check this
door?
out.
Yeah. What's beyond this door?
You just open the door and it just basically, hang on. There we go.
So this is the first class cabin we're in? Is that right?
Yeah.
Ooh,
No, but,
fancy.
but you said that nobles pass through our cabin to get to the
Yeah.
next cabin. So
They
there's a
open the
cabin-
door. Yeah, they
there's a
slide
cabin-
open.
There's a cabin on this side, on the bottom, like to the south.
Technically, yes, but you can't see it because
Okay.
That's
it's not
the
on map.
that's too fancy.
But yeah.
Smoking a pancake.
All right, let's walk across and see what's in there. I don't have to roll it like a
Nah,
balance or anything.
nah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh, this is quite cool. Hey, cat, you're attuning. Get back.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, you can come, Ken.
Oh.
Oh, can I want to. We're wearing some nice clothing, Sol, as well, so we will
Yes,
fit
we are.
right in.
I don't know if I'll fit in, but it's about as close
Soul
as
has
we will
a
get.
Soul has a suit that is kind of like almost bursting at the seams.
And a
Nice.
monocle. He's
Ben
Nice.
walks
very
in
cool.
and is like, noble people, and then she walks back out, baby.
I am going to go with them, actually.
Cool.
Yeah, so you see as you walk in the bar, the bartender robot there. His name is Borton. Borton, the bartender bot. So as he looks at you, he kind of tips his hat. Continues to pour drinks.
Okay.
Alright, well, I will sit myself. Who's the biggest guy on the bench?
The biggest guy on the bench. The biggest noble, that is.
Yep.
Biggest noble would be this guy, actually.
I'll sit next to here.
Oh. Rolly's cam isn't working.
Yeah, I don't know.
Keep saying that it cannot detect the camera.
It's okay.
Oh, that happened for mine. I just had to restart. If you can
Yes.
hold it.
Yeah, I did restart mine already. It's just I could not start video source.
I'm using a Discord thing right now, so it's alright. If you want to continue without cam, that's fine.
Yeah.
I got it.
Anyway, it's okay. So, yeah. So Soul, you sit down next to this nobleman, dressed pretty well. You can see. But you could also see that his suit, while it's nice, has been kind of marred by oil stains, marred by what looks to be just weird colored stains almost. And you get the idea as you sit next to him and you see in his pockets along the side as he sits down, you could see there are what looks to be tools that are kind of jammed along the side. You get the general feel that this guy may be one of those inventor types that they talk about.
Of course.
And one thing to take note: all the nobles that are on this cabin right now, they are all human. The only non-human is Borden.
Oh.
So we
Yeah.
stick out like sore thumbs.
Basically.
What when I like kind of glance at them and stuff. Firstly, are they like kind of looking at us or as we walked in?
Well, they did notice you when they moved here from the previous carriage already. They can kind of tell that you are adventuring types, but they mostly just keep to themselves, it seems.
Right, but they're not like kind of like side eyeing us, you know.
No.
Alright, that's fine.
None of them seem to be side-eyeing you. Although you did notice the one that Soul was sitting next to, as he moved past your cabin, he did not side-eye, but he did glance at the scrap, especially the one that Van is carrying. The huge pieces of scrap. Yeah.
Okay. I want to sit myself here. Well, can I notice? Can I notice anything about the woman sat next to me?
Yes. So the woman is a little bit of a. She does seem a little bit arrogant, and before her there is many empty glasses of wine, and as she takes one sip from the current glass of wine that she's holding, you see she kind of calls out to Borton, who still greets her, but you can see even for a bot he's getting a bit exasperated, and he's like, "How can I help you?" And the woman replies, "So where's this wine from? I don't like the taste of it. I don't like the taste of all of the wine that you gave me." And Borton is kind of like, "Look, ma'am, we only have certain wine available," and they kind of go on this back and forth. You get the idea that she's kind of like almost like a wine taster of sorts.
Karen.
Ugh.
Can I
Oh, my.
notice anything about the other woman? Can I see her from here?
The one here.
Yeah.
So make a quick perception check.
Okay.
First roll of today's session.
How drunk are these people?
Not very drunk.
So no one's like super like passed out drunk.
Not yet.
Yeah.
These are the nobles.
Interesting.
17.
Okay, so as you glance over to the lady and the gentleman on the other side, you can clearly see that they do have some facial resemblance. So you kind of get the idea that they could be siblings. And as they sit there, not kind of just looking at each other, looking at the drinks before them, just a single drink in front of them, just talking a little bit, not in harsh whispers, but they're just talking, and you just see that they just engage in conversation. You get the idea that they do dress up almost like pretty. Uh, they're quite rich. They do seem quite rich. That's for sure.
Okay.
Well, let's have a conversation. So you're the inventing type, are you?
As you look over, he goes, "Yeah, pretty much, yeah. What's it to you? You don't look like one who would be into the sort of things." He looks you up and down in your suit, and being a dragonborn, huge dragonborn. Yeah. He's like,
Well, good sir, I'm offended.
well, I am
We-
sorry
we
for making
are-
the assumption.
We are speculators, and we are about to engage the services of, we hear, one of the arguably best inventors in the Golden City, Kratos. You may have heard of him.
Uh, you talking about Kairos,
Yeah, that guy.
the centaur? Yeah. So he goes, "No, I've not actually heard of him. Where might he be from in the Golden City?" Would he
I was gonna say bueno.
would 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 he be from Grid Gears, or maybe even the Shadow Star Court? Or where might this Kairos fella be from?
If he's with the main peasant class, do you think we would be doing any dealings with such a gentleman? We only deal with the finest, and as you know, discretion is the name of our game. As you can appreciate, I should say.
He kind of nods and he goes, "Well, I do know what you mean, even though I might not have heard of this Kairos fella. Would you by any chance be able to tell me what it is you might be getting him to do for you?"
So I pull out the syringe hand that I've been holding,
Ah, okay.
and I say, look, some of my, I pause for dramatic effect, contemporaries have
Okay.
secured technology which was yet to be determined, and Kratos, we understand, will pay us greatly for technology as well as the promise of more, because we know where a lot more are, but simply due to a lack of resources at the time, we were only securing samples.
I see. He glances past you to the door to your own cabin, and he goes, "Could it could it have been that, you know, large robot looking thing that I saw, that one of your, I believe she was your companion, one of your companions was carrying?"
So at this point, Soul winks and just says, "The walls have ears," in a kind of gesture at the other noblemen lying, looking around us, and I go back to my drink.
He looks around.
Perhaps later
Maybe.
we can discuss in private.
Perhaps. He extends a hand towards you. "Marston Hill, nice to meet you."
Soul Katan, the pleasure is mine.
Marston Hill. I'm gonna just type it so if anybody wants to,
Not writing
know.
it down.
Yeah, but if anybody else wants to. Yeah.
Can I go up and introduce myself to these people here? The brother and sister, supposedly.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Hello, both of you. What brings you here?
They kind of spin in their seats. You see the guy spin slightly. His elbow is still on the counter, whereas the lady totally turns around, looks at you, kind of bows, and she goes, "Ah, traveling." Kind of looks you up and down. "Adventure, I assume. You and your friends over there." Kind of points to the carriage behind.
Yes, despite our despite our new tailored robes, I know we look worse for wear.
Oh, come on.
Well, it's easy to tell adventuring types around here. And I don't mean that in a bad way. This is the lady, and she kind of gives an pleasure.
Hmm.
And as she says that, the male kind of nods and he goes, Devon Maynard, brother to Deanna over here. We are merchants, nobles, but also merchants. We are on our way to the Golden City. We had to stop in the Silver City to make sure affairs were in order. I hope your journey in the the Bronze City. I hope your journey in the Bronze City was good. Your adventures.
Yeah, they were fine. They were fine. We're here, so it worked out okay for us.
Good to know. Good to know. She kind of nods. Yep. So.
No. So we're done, right?
Yeah, she's kind of looking at you, kind of a bit awkwardly. They're both looking at you.
Perhaps my time to.
Keep staring at them. Keep staring at them.
They just kind of nod and they
I
go.
keep forgetting that my eyes are like bright red as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Props a bit much.
Yeah. So they kind of look. They nod. Very polite. They just go back to their conversation. They're not talking in hushed whispers, but they're just having just conversation.
Private.
Yeah, just conversation. Nad, what might you be doing, Nad? I see you've been there for quite long.
I want to check out what's on the other side of this door.
Okay.
I just want to see, like, open it. I want to see if it's like another cabin or if it's like a luggage compartment or I don't know.
Yeah.
Something exciting.
I'm gonna follow you.
Oh, it's oh god, oh no, it's poor piece of wood. Oh no, my worst enemy. Not even carpeted, guys.
It isn't carpeted, yeah.
It's just like another cabin. Okay, cool. I just wanted to know.
It's the economy cabin that's made out of like wood, and it's like shared. It's like shared seats rather than the very comfort.
I see.
Yeah, so it's
okay. No, I don't step in. I literally don't step in. I'm like, oh nope, never mind. I'm out to try and I want to scan this room to say who has imbibed quite a bit and is like tipsy and more and less, how do I say, and closer towards being drunk and less to notice something being taken from them.
Like 50 wine glasses in front of her might be.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, oh, how drunk is she? Like someone who's like on the edge of tipsy-ish or even worse.
Make an insight check.
Oh man, my insight is fantastic. Don't you worry. Yep, it's a 4.
You look around and you're like, none of them really look particularly tipsy or drunk. Really, it's still kind of early into the ride. It's been maybe like an hour or so not surprising that nobody's really tipsy yet.
Okay.
What's this guy in the corner doing? This one furthest like down here.
Oh, look at left.
What does he look like? Sitting over
he does look. He looks like a noble. Not okay. He looks similar to Lord Devon and Lady Deanna in the sense that his robes are also pretty well kept and pretty rich looking. However, on closer inspection, you could see that the clothes are rather old, and he is almost trying to keep up appearances that he still looks as rich or as noble as he does. At least that's the idea that you're getting. Yeah.
Hey, can we get drinks from this Burton guy?
You can if you want.
I want some of these wines that this lady's drinking.
Sure. You could go up to Burton and ask if you want.
No, Soul's not getting up. He's a nobleman now.
Sitting next to the noble class.
Yeah.
Sorry, I replied that wrongly, but that was to you, Soul.
Yep, thank you.
Sorry. It's okay. Yeah. So then Borton goes, he goes up to you, so hang on. He moves down. And he goes, wine for you, sir.
Of course.
And he swivels in.
None of the swill that they serve over there.
As in, you point to the wine that the other noble woman is tasting.
I'm sure she's loudly complaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
So we'll say none of that swill, thank you.
Well, unfortunately, sir, she's pretty much tried all of our wine. So if you would like wine, we wouldn't be able to give you what you would prefer.
Then can Soul look at the woman and say, "What's the best of the worst?"
She kind of glances down the counter, looks at you. None of them, really, darling. If you would prefer wine, I would suggest you go to the Golden City. She kind of leans back again.
You heard the lady? One of each, then.
Max,
Yes, sir.
as she's... Oh, sorry,
Yep.
you go.
No, he just swivels on the spot, and you see he has this almost like a spinal cord that just turns entirely, so the entire torso just turns back. And he just takes some of the wine, starts pouring. Yeah, not.
And one for Mr. Hill. And I gesture to the gentleman next to me.
Yeah, Master nods. Thank you. And Borton goes, of course. Continues to pour. Not.
How... You said this lady had a lot of wine glasses in front of her, right? Are they all finished, or are they just like she sipped them and was like, nah?
Yeah, she took maybe 5 sips at most, and they're still there. Yeah.
Fuck.
So as we get our drinks, Soul turns to Marston and says, "Mr. Hill, if I may be so discreet, we wish to make an inquiry of someone in the Golden City. Perhaps you know of a gentleman by the name of Erlathan. I confess we do not know much about him, but we would greatly desire to make his acquaintance."
He gives a slow nod, and he goes, Erlathan's, well, I wouldn't call him the most famous inventor or anything of that sort.
He's not the famous inventor. This is a discreet inquiry of another gentleman. We
Well,
were
yes.
recommended by Renham to seek him out.
Renham, as in the council Renham from the Bronze City.
Yes, he's a close friend of ours.
He kind of looks at you up and down again, but there's a renewed look in his face as though he's more impressed with you than he was before. Ooh. And he goes, "You pretty well connected, sir."
Oh, Renham and Bretnar and those, we go way back with them. I mean, I just casually let the writs slip out of my pocket so you can see that we have.
Being right next to them, I do.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, yeah. I know what I'm gonna do then. I'm gonna hit back here. All right, you continue.
Soul, make a deception check with advantage.
Okay, here we go.
Completely disregarding this fact, Soul was 100% okay to let Renham eat shit and die back in the dungeon.
100%. They don't know that. They don't know that.
Justify the means. 21.
21. Yeah, no. He looks at you and he goes, "Pretty well connected. Erlathan. Well, I don't know the man myself,
Alina,
but
you better be listening.
but I do know that he kind of workshop, if whatever you might want to call it, in the Grid Gears sector, the Grid Gears district of Kavinos, which is the Golden City, and but being a rather distinguished member of the community himself, he doesn't actually stay in Grid Gears, but he has a workshop there, from what I know. Never visited it myself, but I know enough of him. What else might you want to know? Actually, kind of looks at you.
No, that's fine. I just said, no, we just simply wish to make his acquaintance. Renham has said he would be most useful in our future endeavors in the Golden City.
He would be useful, but he's a little bit of a haughty elf, shall we say. might not necessarily welcome visitors all the time, but he is helpful if you can get on his good side, I would say.
We may have something which may affect his deposition positively when he sees us.
That's good to know then.
Cool. I don't know what Nard's doing, but carry on.
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna ask what's Nard gonna do.
Okay, so I've clearly heard that, Brett, Nara, and Renem are people who would impress other people, knowing that we're connected to them in some way or form. And that's why I was listening to that conversation. People are clearly impressed with it when they're like, "Oh, you saved them," whatever. So I want to, using the writ that I have, make a forgery.
Okay.
Using their handwriting, using Brett Nara's signature, which I assume is on the writ,
Okay.
or whatever it is. And I want it to basically say something like, whoever they who bear this writ, has the favor of the counselors of the Bronze City. Let it be known that they are trustworthy, and worth their weight in gold. I implore you to aid them as best they can, should they ever seek help, or should they ever request it. So something along those lines. So yeah, I want to forge something that basically is vouching for us for whatever
Okay.
endeavors we may pursue in the future.
Like a character reference.
Yeah, basically like a character reference.
Okay.
Should have got one from the orphanage.
Make a.
Wouldn't matter to these guys.
Do you have a forgery?
Yes, so
kit?
I am proficient in forgery kit, in the forgery kit, and I have a forgery kit.
You have a forgery kit. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me see if there's actually a rule for this forgery kit. Because let me just do a very quick check.
And also,
Okay.
I am a charlatan, so I have false identity. So
Yeah. So can you make a deception check with proficiency if you don't have it? To kind of
deception.
Yeah.
Okay.
With proficiency if you don't have it.
Wait, what do you mean with proficiency if I don't have it?
So if you're not proficient in deception, then you just add the proficiency. If you already are proficient in deception, then just roll it as it is. Yeah.
I was hoping this would be a sleight of hand. Okay. Let's go, boys! I'm already proficient in deception.
Net
12. 12.
Okay, 12. 12.
Random all over again.
You do the best impression of the forged document as you can. You are not entirely happy with it.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it looks a little bit off, and then because you're close enough to see, you can actually glance over Nat's shoulder, and you're like, certain aspects of it look a little off, but it might pass to the untrained eye.
That looks terrible. Okay,
Not it
that's
looks
fine.
like shit.
I know. Leave me alone. I don't scratch it. I just fold it and put it away. Just practicing.
You can still try to use it.
Yeah, maybe.
Cat monk. At this time, you have attuned with the ring, and you feel the ring in your finger, in your paw rather, and you get the idea. Okay, you can feel the almost like a magical energy kind of emanate from it, envelop your entire body, and then sink into your body and disappear. And you kind of get the feeling, okay, I think the ring is usable now. Yep.
I go up to Nad. I'm like, hello, Nad.
Hello.
You alright?
Sorry?
You alright?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine. What's up? What do you need?
Do you have any butter on you?
Sorry, come again.
Do you have any butter on you?
A bottle. Do you want a bottle?
Like bread and butter.
I don't have butter. I don't have butter, mate.
I thought you were Irish.
Sorry, I know. I just literally fucking ruined that.
It's okay.
Let's just get down to the point, eh? Right?
There we go.
The ring's a bit stuck to my finger, and I need to get it out or something. I was just testing it out on this finger, but really, I didn't mean to put it on that one.
Okay.
Do you have a lubricant by any chance?
Yes, I do. I do actually. I don't have butter. And then I pull out this flask of lantern oil, and I was like, let's try this. And I was like, don't move. And I grab your hand and I just like start oiling it, oiling the finger up. And if Van or Silent looks over, it's just two Tabaxis leaning over each other, just being like. and I start literally like pulling after I've like lubed it up and started like oiled it up. And
It's
I'm
just becoming
like,
a fucking mess with all the fur and shit.
yeah, it's just everywhere. There's oil
chaos.
everywhere. We're not being careful about this because we have no respect for property. But yeah, there's oil everywhere, and I'm just trying to pull it up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, thanks for that. I really do appreciate this.
Did he succeed?
No.
He will. He will succeed. It gets like out a little bit, like halfway.
It's slowly constricting the blood flow. I'm just gonna have to chop off my fucking hand.
There is a way to get it off, Ben says, and then from the side, Miros opens his mouth and a bit of acid dribbles.
Like, get it off, like, no! And like fucking flings off, like bounces off the wall with a very like sound of reverberating. Dung. And then I put it on my pinky.
Okay.
And then right before we conclude the train journey, I want to just write on a piece of whatever piece of paper I can find. I'm just gonna write, "She's watching you," and I fold it and tuck it into like one of the couches, and then just leave it there and see what happens.
So now you're writing it. Well, the train journey is not gonna. The train journey is not gonna end so soon.
I'm just
but
gonna
you
write
can
it
do
now
that.
anyway, yeah, and
Yeah.
then I just tuck it into a couch.
Silene?
Do we ever find out who this person is?
I watching the. Is there a window?
Yeah, these are windows. These are windows.
I'm just looking out the window.
Eileen literally went from like Iron Death Trap to Iron Death Trap to moving Iron Death Trap. Like the worst thing for a druid ever.
Well, but you can see the nature side of things on the outside, at least, where she does see the mountains kind of go by. Yeah. Yes. So, Soul, you were asking?
The gentleman in the top, I can't remember how to ping on this. I'm trying to push control, but it's not. Yeah.
Hold up.
No,
It's just hold. Yeah.
present hold.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Did we ever find out what he looked like?
No, but glancing at him now, you can see he looks similar to the two siblings that Alina was talking to. He definitely looks similarly dressed. Very noble air about him. Kind of keeping to himself, just very slowly. Drinking his wine and looking through certain what looks to be like letters and official-looking documents. Kind of just slowly. He's not hiding them, so they're not secret. He's just kind of like almost like working as he's sitting here and just looking through. Yeah, that's all that he's really doing. And the one that Alina saw at the bottom here is a man who is dressed in noble clothes and noble robes. However, on closer inspection, you can see that the clothes are definitely older, and some of them actually have like little tatters and a little bit torn, like the threads, like loose threads kind of hanging from it. He seems to give the impression that he is kind of noble or he is rich, but he may be going through some hard times, and he's trying to hide that. It seems that's the general idea that you get. Yeah.
Right. And everyone has retreated back into the main room.
Well,
for now.
Yeah. I just want to talk to. Well, I'm just gonna go up to Silene and notice she's like not talking and just looking outside. I'm gonna be like, "You alright, Silene?"
Yeah, I'm just watching.
Do you ever miss the woods?
The woods are kind of like home, I suppose. I mean, we kind of got pushed out of it, but yeah, you can say that I miss a bit of it. It was the easier life back then.
Do you think so? Do you not like all this metal and smoke and grime and people?
It's a bit dirty, in my opinion. I mean, like, I understand that where we're going, it's gonna be more of it. So I'm just taking in what I can before it all goes away.
I think the woods were I mean, you lived there. I only passed through there, but the woods were there was like something endearing about it. How you could wake up and literally just roll out of bed and just go swimming in a lake. But then on the flip side, you could also just get destroyed by like giant centipedes and shit out of nowhere. So I think it's a bit of both. How do you like our what do you think about this group so far? I try and say out of like earshot of everyone.
I assume you're speaking in Elven.
Oh yeah, I am speaking Elven and like quietly, but like, I don't mind if Ven hears it.
Then shuffles over a little bit.
Van does hear it. Alina would hear it. Alina would hear that you're in conversation with Silene. However, Alina doesn't speak Elvish, so Alina doesn't understand what you're saying. But she does hear it.
Try to get my name.
Well, Elven is a very different language from Common, so it's not very. But you can tell that they're definitely having a discussion. It's just in Elvish. Yeah.
Probably not too different anyway, because that's all I speak to. If not, it's a normal conversation.
Yeah.
The party?
Yeah, this group of people.
They seem trustworthy for now. I mean, like, we don't know what happens later on. I don't know the motives. I've been trying to figure out what they're after. I to be honest, I don't really know what you're after as well. I got my own goals, but I mean, like...
Yeah, we never really talked about that, huh? When we were traveling through the woods. Just never felt like it was necessary, When you're kind of like in, not paradise, but in a place of serenity. It just felt like all the past shit didn't really matter.
Yeah, I mean, like, we were with each other for a little while. I think it was more, like, our partnership was a necessity at that point with the centipedes and everything. Now everything's calmed down a little. I mean, like, I kind of want to know what people are up to.
Yeah, I mean,
a bit more.
I think I don't not trust them because I mean I have shit that I don't want to talk about and they probably do too. But I also don't want to be that guy who is too trusting and then gets stabbed in the back by someone. And I especially don't believe that everyone is as flippant as they seem, and I like look over at Ken Wong who's probably like banging on the drums or something. I'll try to get the thing out, and I'm like, I don't know if that's a front or like how is anyone like that?
It's very curious. I mean, like,
right? But
curious.
But to be fair, they have saved us or me many times.
They have saved us. We have worked together. I think if we'll see what happens and see what they want, and I think we can continue from this. Right now, I think where we're going, I think we need them.
Yes, that's fine.
I hear these two speaking Elvish, and I'm like, so how'd you two meet?
And I look over and I was like, well, I was on an errand basically for someone else, for just a random person, and I had to go into the solitary wood, and so I was there, and no shit, literally this. You know what centipedes are? They're like maybe this big, and just in the cities and shit. There was one that was like, I don't know, like 10 meters long, which is 30 feet, and it's massive, and it's just coming on to me, and suddenly out of nowhere, there's just fire everywhere, being shot at it, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I spin around, and Silene's there, and then we just fight it, and it turns out that she was heading to the Bronze City, and I thought, why not? Why not head to the Bronze City? So we first traveled back, turned in whatever I had to pick up for my boss, who I was doing the errand for, and then we headed to the Bronze City, and then it seemed that they needed help with their fire, and Silene and I thought, why not make some gold before continuing on our journey, and it just led us here, really.
Did you try eating the centipede?
No, it was purple. No, it was purple. It was scary. We thought it was poisonous. I mean, I didn't ask Silene if we should eat it. I didn't know if that was like offensive.
No, of course.
Like, maybe it's like a, you don't go to people's like homelands and then try and eat everything. So, maybe you do.
I think the secret is if you barbecue it, the color of it changes to the point where Silene doesn't recognize it.
Can I ask you something? What's that about? What's the barbecue thing about? Is that like a? Is that
I don't know.
Is that something from back where you're from, or?
Not at all. I think it's a recent obsession. So what?
So as you say that, Soul just steps through the door and is really confused as to what's going on.
It's like a robot that malfunctions.
What you'll soon learn is that I just go through these phases, and because of Silene throwing a fireball at the metal wall, it just reminded me of a barbecue, and I think, who doesn't bloody love a barbecue, you know?
Is it the smell of it? Do you smell toast all the time, mate, or something?
Yeah, it's like, you know, like when something gets pregnant and they have cravings. Honestly, I think
right. Yes. Okay, no, I didn't know where you're going with that, but yes, I understand. Okay.
Yes, I've got the cravings for some barbecue, and yeah, that's about it.
And I whisper. Well, I say to Silene at this point, Elvish, Catmonk thinks he's pregnant, and then I'm just like,
yes, Alina,
I look at Alina.
Can I just ask Catmonk whereabouts he's from, because he runs through about 100 different accents in that brief conversation.
My accent's a bit funny, because when I my accent changed to the person I'm talking to. So you know,
going to pieces now.
I'm from a part called Durlin, which is it used to be called Dublin a long time ago, but now it's Durlin, and yeah, I'm from Durlin. What about you, love? Where about you from?
Is this accent a front? Are you concealing who you really are, or is this the God's honest
roll
truth?
a perception check. No, I don't know.
poor Max is noting down. I have to make Dublin canon now. Fuck.
Roll an insight check.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm like fighting for my life, trying to write down my notes.
There's no need for notes here.
Everything you say is the truth.
I
You just
can't
naturally
fucking
remember.
see.
17. You get the idea that while Catmonk is a naturally jovial character and a pretty, almost like happy-go-lucky kind of character, they are not the real location that they come from.
Don't dab.
Kind of get the feeling that maybe they don't want to tell you it, at least as of now.
Yes, I'm from Durlin, not Dublin. Dublin's where everyone's from. I'm from Durlin.
When you're ready to tell us the truth as to who you are and where you're from, let us know.
I just told you, love. I'm from Durlin.
This is going to be an affront. If we ever have anyone from Ireland,
Can Soul say quite loudly so everyone does here in the room? Van, where's Durlin?
Are you asking Ven?
Yep.
Oh, so you whisper to Ven? Okay.
Nope, I'm just asking.
Oh, you're just asking Ven? Okay.
Yeah, there's no whispering. If Catmonk wants to hear, go ahead.
Why the fuck would I know where Durland is?
So you don't know, so it doesn't exist, is as far as you're aware.
I don't know. I've only been here and the island across the sea. That's about it.
At this point,
there's no Durin across the sea, because I'm quite familiar with the island that we're on now.
At this point, I pull out me drums and I start saying, "This is how you spell D," and I tap 4 times, and then U, and then R.
How many times are you?
Oh, go on. How many times are you, mate? Don't leave it hanging. Go on and count down the alphabets, mate. You gotta commit.
I fucking lost count. I was like, "You, oh fuck, use the way."
And you see he's gingerly doing like A, B, C, D, E, F.
What's a fucking fly? Holy shit.
Can Ben turn to Silene and ask in Elvish, so if you were from the woods and you were on the way to the Bronze City, what were you on the way to the Bronze City for?
What was I on the way to the Bronze City for? I mean, I was just settling down in the woods when I saw saw Nad get attacked by the centipedes, and then I decided to tag along a little bit. The promise of money probably will help. I do need a little bit of money to establish myself a little bit more, and get my goals. Adventure and money. That's what everyone does these days, right?
I guess. So your family was in the woods as well?
Family, yeah, they used to live in the woods. We were like in a small, isolated, like little village, away from all the hustle and bustle and all the adventures and stuff. We lived a simple life. But yeah, that's where I grew up.
Are they still in the woods?
The village?
Yeah.
Yeah, the village is still there.
Is your family still in the village?
My family, there's like a moment where she's just like reminiscing a little bit, like trying to remember like where they're gone. Some's moved on to like greener pastures, and other places. Some have tried to look for wealth and fortune in the cities. Maybe I can find some of them.
Interesting.
At this point, I'm like, Silene, listen up over here. This is how you spell Durland. I start banging away at the drums.
Durland.
Then can Sol ask Nard and Ben together, saying, "Look, you guys are speaking, I guess, a tongue he doesn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Can we be taught the basics? Because a team is only as strong as its weakest link, and if we can't communicate to each other, who knows what's going to come in the Golden City."
So deep.
Yeah. So can you at least teach us so that we can get basic communication with Siley?
Alright. Ven says fuck in Elvish, and she's like, that means fuck. Lesson number 1.
Okay.
I turn back when I hear the vulgar language. I'm like, what?
And not says cunt in Elvish, and say that means cunt. And then but I say to so I was like, I agree actually, but I think to be fair, Ven is probably, I've noticed her speaking quite a few languages. She might be able to be.
Just Elvish is fine for now.
You just want to speak with Silene?
I'll just interrupt.
That's fine.
At this point, you also realize, because before that, Nat was saying that the language he was speaking to Silene was undercommon.
Yes.
But Ven has voiced out that it's actually Elvish. And now you're like, oh.
No, I don't think Sol really remembers or cares.
Well, for everyone else. But
I care. Why did you lie?
Okay.
Why did you tell us it was? Why did you not tell us that it was Elfish?
What?
Why did you not want us to know the language that you're speaking?
What language? What are you talking about?
Okay, fine. Never mind.
Wait, what was going on? Look, when you've traveled from where I'm from, or when you have done what I've had to do, it's best to lie first and then worry about the consequences later, rather than have anything that people can have on you. So yeah, I will admit it's Elvish. I don't speak Undercommon, but that's really about it. That's all it is. It's nothing. It's nothing malicious or anything. It's just I don't. I'd rather not have people know things about me that I don't want them to know yet.
Ven speaks up and goes, "This is Undercommon," and she says it in Undercommon, and it sounds vastly different from whatever the hell Elvish sounds like.
Elvish is a very almost sing-songy kind of language, but Undercommon is very almost
Guttural.
Not guttural, but it sounds very harsh. It sounds very like as though it always sounds as though you're scolding someone. Yeah.
The Undercommon sounds like Russian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What primordial is?
It's the language of elementals.
Okay.
Yeah, which is why you speak it, because you're fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, I come back to so I'm like, sure, let's try it, and then I just run through like basics of like Elvish, like literally like if there's an alphabet in Elvish, I'll run through that, and if there's like the classic shit like 1, 2, 3, where is the toilet, just like real basic phrases for now, kind of
Help!
stuff.
Don't steal that sign, please.
Yeah, like help, hello, that kind of stuff.
So
And
enough that I can actually communicate with Silene, right?
And then because Ven wants to make friends with Soul, so she teaches Soul the dragon, the draconic equivalent of some Elvish words.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So like I guess it'll be stuff like battle oriented, like attack or retreat
Hide.
or whatever, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, hide, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
So just very, very basic words.
Very basic like phrases or words to more with like battle in mind, just in case, because we're not trying to have a conversation yet at that level yet. So I'm just trying to like with what he said in mind, just trying to be like, okay, like attack, hide, run, dash, whatever, that kind of stuff.
Have me and Catmonk heard this as well?
Yeah. I mean, I'm just
everyone.
saying it like I'm just broadcasting it basically
Cool.
with Vin.
Everyone.
Can we hear it over the alphabet drums?
No.
Not really.
You can't hear anything. Only Catmonk doesn't know anything. Because everyone else is clustered right. He's just like.
It's funny because Catmonk wants to.
Cunt.
Yeah.
It's funny because Catmonk is the one who wants to interact with Silene the most.
Yeah. And he's still like D. U.
He's on L.
L.
And then A is just like, okay, done.
Yeah.
It's like fucking Morse code, man.
You see him trying to spell dirt, and he's like, D.
Yeah.
Oh,
Basically.
fucking.
Oh god.
So
anyways,
so you spend most of the rest of the maybe I would say like afternoon trying to teach the alphabet at this point.
Mhm.
Yeah. But the journey is still about one more day left, so yeah. Anything that you guys might want to do? Anything else, rather?
Was there anything in that other cabin, guys?
Peasants.
No, it's just it's like literally like peasants and wooden floors and there's no carpet. It's just yup.
Sole suggestion to the group is that we should plumb these noblemen for information. We're going into foreign territory. We're strangers.
Okay.
Information will be our best weapon going in. So we should.
I think we should ask
pick
the
one each.
civilians as well.
Yeah,
You'd be surprised at how much civilians could know. I think they're not. I don't think we should look.
I'll probably do that actually. I want to head into the civilian place anyway. Cabin.
Yeah. So I'm just saying we should get information. So we should divvy it up and get as much information on the Golden City as we can. And
Okay.
Then
Okay, I'll take the
Regan,
civilians with Nard.
Let's go, Alina.
I can't go. I can't like.
No, I'll remove the door. I'll
It's
remove
locked
the door.
in. You're locked in. Get ready to die.
Like waiting for boss music, like.
I closed the door because you guys were not moving there, so now I'm opening the door again.
I'm gonna hit straight through because I don't like noble people. I don't care for them, and I'm gonna hit through.
I would say Van would probably join you guys to talk to the peasants, I think.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I swing the door open. Hello, peasants. No, I don't say that. I'm going to. Is there one here? Oh shit, there's two here. I'll go talk to this fella first.
I'll go
So
well.
to make it quick.
Yeah.
What kind of information What kind of information are you trying to get from them?
For me, I'm trying to find out if like any areas to kind of like avoid.
Okay.
In terms of like not in terms of like it's dodgy or whatever, but more in terms of like where the general populace isn't allowed into.
Okay.
You know, like the like government places or whatever. You know, like don't go into this areas for like whatever, right? And then I also want to find out where kind of the underbelly hangs out. Any bars or anything like that, which is down. Let's be honest. And then I want to find out if, and then the last thing I just want to find out if anyone has heard of a Karatos or an Elathan.
basically, and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's much the same.
Okay, what about you, Ven, specifically?
I want to ask, first thing is I want to look for anyone who looks like they are from Rustbox.
Okay. These peasants are. They may be the regular folk, they may be the regular common folk, but none of them are dressed to the point that they look like they may be from Rustbox. Plus, if they really were from Rustbox, and from what you understand of the people in Rustbox in the Golden City, there's a chance that they can't even afford the Lightning Rail ticket to begin with.
Okay, then never mind. I'm just gonna ask them if there's been any news about anything going on in the city lately, especially pertaining to stuff going on in Rustbox or in Perfect Lights.
Okay. So, first of all, Nad and Alina, you will realize that the Golden City, they start talking about like the districts of the Golden City, and to make it easier, well, I can just tell you first. So, for areas that the peasantry and the regular common folk, such as themselves, they will tend to avoid or are not allowed into.
Yeah.
So Brass Watch is the army, the garrison, the basically where the actual Kavinos Golden City forces are usually stationed at. So Brass Watch is usually not allowed. Even nobility aren't really allowed in there. But the name Brass Watch actually got the district Brass Watch actually got its name because there is a very, very large and very, very tall watchtower that actually rises up from the entire district that overlooks the entire city, and it's a watchtower that's made out of brass. That's why it's called Brass Watch. Yeah, and from that watchtower, not only do they kind of see the entire city, they also can kind of see threats that may be approaching from beyond the walls itself. So that is like a very premier defensive location, I suppose. But that area, because it belongs to the army and the military, usually people are not allowed in there.
Okay.
Yeah. The other area, you are allowed as like common folk. You can walk into it, but most of the places there are a bit too high end and a bit too like noble and rich for their tastes. That is Shadowstar Court, because Shadowstar Court is basically where all the rich folk, the nobility and the royalty, they reside in. Shadowstar Court. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and you also get to hear Van's conversation and you get to know what she's talking about. So Perfect Lights is the market district.
Perfect Lights.
And Grid Gears is the industrial area with the workshops.
Grid Gears.
Whereas Rustbox is essentially the slums. And because you asked the question about where like the underbelly would lie, the answer is that they would usually be in Rustbox, because Rustbox is the area where, because it's a whole mess of basically slum buildings and basically the poor part of the city. Sometimes the soldiers and the wardens and the robotic automatons that keep guard in the city from Brass Watch, they don't even want to enter Rustbox because it's way too much of a mess and way too much of a maze for them to really chase anybody down. So Rustbox is kind of like that kind of place. And you also do hear from the civilians, the common folk, that actually there is a nickname for Rustbox for the military. The military actually calls Rustbox the kill box as well. Yeah.
Ben kind of scoffs at that name.
Yeah, the kill box. Yeah, and there's also the law hall, which is basically libraries, the colleges, the you know the smart place, law hold. The universities are all there as well. Then there's the enlightened sector, which is the temples, the shrines, the laboratories. And then there's the last one is Azor Fleet, which is the harbor and the waterfront.
Sorry, what was the last one?
There's a lot, so I'm just going to put it there. Don't worry, in the chat. But I just wanted to say them out loud first. Yeah.
Perfect. Cool. Enlightened sector. Lord damn.
Basically, because you asked.
Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted to know. Azure Flit?
Azure Light.
Azure Flit?
Flit.
Azure Light.
Yeah. And so that's basically kind of the idea that you get. And about the common folk don't really know like Erlatan when you mention and Kairos, they don't really know these names. It's not really known to them. Ven, as you ask around, they said you get the idea that pretty much Golden City has been business as usual. Nothing really big has happened, at least that the common folk know of. The nobility don't seem to be particularly concerned about anything at the moment, and you can see as you pass by the bar carriage here that the nobility, they do seem to be pretty normal as well. So seems to be true that the Golden City is just business as usual since you left it.
News of Ravenosi immigrants or anything coming into the harbor?
Bravinos?
Yeah.
As you ask about Bravinos, the common folk kind of tell you seems like Bravinos and Kavinos are still having the very regular usual debates on like trade routes, trading taxes, and the regular stuff. Nothing seems to really stand out. It just seems like a very business as usual, at least right now. Yeah.
Is there any new religious groups popping up or setting up?
Religious groups. Hang on. So they do mention a few religious groups that you already do know exist, such as the Dominion of Stars that exists in Golden City. But as for anything new, there hasn't been anything new.
Okay.
Yep. And as you kind of question them, one of the common folk tells you, well, the Golden City has been pretty much the same, I would assume, if you're from there. But there has been an kind of gestures to outside where you guys are at right now, and she goes, basically the planes. There has been increased activity of certain groups within these smoking planes, but nothing that really affects us. As long as you're on the lightning wheel, you should be fine.
Interesting. Okay.
Souls approached the old, less distinguished guy with one of the tattered robes, and he's basically trying to pry him for information as well. He's more specifically going to try to suck up to him, saying someone as distinguished and well-to-do as yourself surely knows people around the town, and basically wants to ask him about Erlathan as well.
Right.
And,
yeah. So as you engage in casual conversation with this nobleman, he eventually identifies himself as Carlo. Carlo. Yep.
Ah, Mr. Burns.
Mr. Burns, yeah.
The Montgomery Burns.
Not Montgomery Burns, but Burns. Yeah. And he kind of goes, I don't know an Erlatan. Sorry, that's not really my. He thinks for a moment. Area of expertise.
Then what, pray tell, is your area of expertise?
There's a little bit of a hesitance in his voice, and he goes, I dabble in certain things.
Indeed, and if one was to meet one dabbler, what would one suggest to another dabbler with the supply and or provision of certain goods which may be otherwise frowned upon? Just as a friendly suggestion.
As he says that, he kind of looks at you a little bit taken aback, and he goes, "No, not what? Not that kind." He kind of brushes himself and kind of steadies himself again. He goes, "Okay, so." Lowers his voice, kind of almost bends you down and lowers his voice, looks over to the rest of the nobles, and he goes, I'm a gambler, and I'm down on my luck, okay? And I'm just trying to pretend that everything is okay, but it's not. So just, just keep it on the down low. I'll be okay.
Why? Why do you think these people care about you?
You gotta keep up appearances, Those nobles in the shadows are caught. If they catch wind that there might be, let's just say, sharks will be circling the water.
Very well. Mr. Burns, is it?
Carlo Burns, but yeah.
What do you need?
I owe certain establishments.
I assume you owe certain gentlemen of ill repute undisclosed amount of funds, which may or may not be perjure your health, as they say. What donation would you require?
Kind of gives a slow nod. He goes, well, I don't mean to belittle you or anything like that, but the amount that I owe might be a bit beyond your reach, shall we say.
Miles, try me.
Let's just say it ranges from about 5 figures and beyond.
Interesting.
Whoa, that's a lot.
That's a lot of money, yeah.
That's a
All
lot.
silver. All copper.
That's a lot.
Mhm.
Interesting. Okay.
And he goes, look, I appreciate the gesture. I am trying to solve this myself, but I appreciate the gesture. He kind of gives you a little pat on the shoulder. Then he glances in the direction behind you, and as you kind of also do a small glance, you can see the two siblings are kind of also looking in his direction. And he kind of, at that, he straightens himself, brushes himself off, and he kind of nods at them. Good day.
Good day. Well, I guess. Who else haven't we talked to?
We've talked to all the civilians, haven't we?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
All the nobles. So
Oh no, I don't think we've talked to this. Have we talked to this one?
Yeah, no, but he's one of the noble-looking types as well. Yeah.
Oh, let's talk to him too.
As you go up to him and you kind of do a casual introduction, casual conversation, he seems like a very proud man. And as you talk to him, he says in a loud enough voice such that everyone in the carriage can hear him. Essentially, he goes, "Yes, Lord Thornley Scott at your service. What can I help you with, Mister?"
Catan.
Kind of. Yes, hello,
Um,
Thornley Scott.
Lord Scott.
Yes.
We are in need of information, and you appear to be the most distinguished and refined gentleman in this, shall we say, transport, for lack of a more distinguished term. Perhaps you would be able to enlighten us with some of your wisdom.
He goes, oh, you're too kind. But as he says that, you can see he glances around, like trying to see as though if anybody has caught what you just said. But pretty much the rest of the nobles don't really seem to give a shit about him.
Those
Yeah.
nobles, those young bloods with their 1 or 2 generations, they don't understand people like you and me. They don't understand what it means to carry yourself with honor and distinction. Surely you understand.
Kindred soul, I see.
Yes.
Rare in these times.
Yeah, it is unfortunate that a man of my position finds himself in another position where he must ask another for aid. Nevertheless, I stoop myself to ask for not merely physical aid, but merely your advice and opinion, if I may be so bold.
He looks at you and he goes, I don't think you need physical aid, my good sir. You look like a very capable dragonborn yourself.
Your words are most kind, good sir.
Now, he kind of gestures to the seat, and he as you sit down, he snaps his hand, and Borton turns around, goes over, and he goes, yes, a drink for my good friend. Borton pours you another drink, and it goes back to attend to the wine lady who is still on about the wine that she's drinking. Yeah.
Now,
And he goes, yes, what can I help you with, good sir?
Scott, I hear that a gentleman by the most generous of terms, by the name of Erlathan, dares to preside himself in grit gears, giving only the most meager of appearances. Could you pray shed any light onto this, as I dare say, gentleman?
You would be right in saying that he deserves a better standing amongst the rest of us, but I think he prefers it down in Grid Gears where everybody is all industrious and hardworking and working to further the goals of the Golden City, as you say.
But surely one as ingenious as I hear would be better suited to commingle with us and the Shadow Star Court, no?
He does stay there, although he's not home very often. But he is a prodigy, almost, I would say.
What can you tell me about him? We wish to make his acquaintance in the Golden City. We have a letter of introduction from one of the counselors, either Brett Nara or Renham. I forget. They all you understand politics. It's hard to remember who's who in the Bronze City.
Kind of, but the Bronze City is not nearly as important as the Golden City anyway, where we're from.
Exactly why we don't remember their names.
So, Lathan, well, I know he doesn't quite entertain guests, which is pretty ironic considering he chose to stay in the industrial area where the common folk tend to go to rather than the Shadow Star Court. But I have heard that if you bring certain items that might interest him, such as technological marvels or magical items of any sort, he might be more willing to give you the time of day. Don't waste his time, though. That's what I would say. And if you're not someone that he already knows, if you don't come prepared, or if you're just someone that's asking him for aid, but you don't seem like the sort because you're connected to Renim after all. But if you aren't, be prepared to pay. That's what I'll say.
Would you be so kind as to provide us an address in Grid Gears for Renham's workshop? Or would you have to know?
Latan's workshop, yeah.
Yes.
So he kind of basically writes, like, kind of... You see he reaches into his pockets and pulls out a very old, very crumpled piece of document, and as he pulls it out and kind of lays it over the rest of the documents that he was looking at, it is a very... It's still accurate, but it's a very old map of the Golden City, and as he unfolds it kind of shows you the whole map of the Golden City. He kind of points, kind of gives you directions. He's like, okay, so you go down this street and you walk, you turn right, you turn left, and kind of gives you the directions to Latan's workshop. So you kind of know how to get there once you get off the lightning rail.
Cool. Then I just say, my humblest gratitude, Lord Scott. May your name live forever. And then I leave.
Looks at you, nods, and he goes, "You too, good sir."
Cool. I think that's everyone.
Yeah,
at
and
this
as he goes,
at this point, I burst through the door and I'm like, "That's how you spell darling," and then I walk back.
And then I just roll my eyes and say, "The hired help," and then I kind of shovel them back into that cabin.
And as you said it, he kind of Lord Scott kind of nods and goes, "I know how that's like." And the two siblings at the front, they kind of look at it and goes, "I didn't know they were hired help." You can hear they kind of talk as amongst themselves in common as you walk past them. I didn't know. I thought they were adventurers. And you just walk through to the other room.
You're stuffing him back into the room.
Ven, nod.
As Ven walks by the mobility, she goes, "The hired help can poke your eyes out." And Viros gives a little hiss from her shoulder as she walks away.
To the siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they kind of look at you with a little bit of like disgust, not disgust, but like just.
Oh please look at me to discuss. Please make my day.
This
Give me a fucking reason.
just like disapproval basically as you kind of as you kind of go over and they kind of start whispering among themselves again, but you can't hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, as Ben's doing that and saying that and walking on, I'm also like, I hear this and I'm walking like by her side or right behind her, and I'm just twirling one of my short swords in my hand, just like playing with it, and then my eyes just flash like sapphire blue at them, and I'm just like, and I just like grin at them and I walk past.
Okay.
So sexy. Sexy.
Pretty much Nat and Ven, and including Alina as well, you pretty much heard the entire conversation with Sol and Lord Scott because Lord Scott is not a very
booming. Yeah.
he's not a very quiet man. He wants to make himself heard. So you definitely heard everything that they
Is
talked
he
about.
the
As well.
was he definitely the most like the richest looking out of all the nobles? You know, in terms of what they're wearing.
They look pretty much all the same except
All the
the one
same, right?
at the bottom. However, he does look the most. He's the oldest, and he does look the most busy because he has the documents that he just keeps looking through. Yeah, so he looks like he's actually at work essentially. Yeah.
Okay.
Almost as though he's looking through correspondences and like writing back some correspondences in return before Soul interrupted him. Yeah.
Does Soul know about Nard's forgery kit?
Nah, it's
I
what?
don't
Sorry?
think so. I don't think you've ever
No.
seen me
Okay.
use it. Yeah.
Okay, no, I don't know it existed. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, you were in the cabin when I pulled it out. I think the rest do though. Or whoever was in the cabin with me.
No, wait. What was it that you?
Forgery kit.
Oh, forgery kit. Oh, right.
That's
Yeah.
fine then.
Yeah. So, at this point of time, is there anything else that you guys might want to do? If there's nothing, we can.
Good.
Yes.
Can
Nad,
I turn to Soul first of all though and say that
Sure.
that role you just played came a little bit too easy for you.
Yeah, and then so Soul just smiles and says, "In my line of work, you need to be adaptable." But then he says, "But thank you for the suit. It did help a lot."
It did.
Oh my god, I forgot!
You're looking dapper. Yeah, you paid for that.
You're welcome. Why are you thanking me?
You paid for that.
Yeah. And if he didn't have the suit, it would be a very different conversation.
Then
I presumed it would have
quietly from where she's sitting, just quietly kind of mutters to herself, but loud enough that people can hear if they're listening. She kind of goes, "A lot of people in lines of work that require you to lie, huh?"
Yeah.
Ned just pretends to ignore it.
Okay.
Are there little like windows on the doors? You know, like in trains and stuff. Like, could I see through to the next cabin? Yeah. Can I just?
The next cabin, a small hole.
Yeah, I just want to look to see if anyone's like, you know, passed out, drunk, or anything like that. Anything I can take advantage of, basically.
You can wait a few hours because it does look like at this point in time, having been maybe 2 or 3 hours on the train at this point, you can see the Karen essentially who's been drinking all the wine, despite the fact that she says that the wine is shitty. She keeps drinking from the glasses to the point that she's like emptying most of them. So if you give it a bit, she would probably become a little inebriated.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just like watching.
Yeah, you just kind of watch.
Not like creepily, just like glancing in every now and then.
Yep. Every time you walk past the door.
Yeah, just whenever. Always want to see if anyone's like passed out on.
If we've got a bit of downtime, can Soul try shoving in some ball bearings and some gunpowder into that tube that he found back in the dungeon? Make essentially a miniature frag grenade.
Yeah, actually, you should be able.
And then he'll just use a little bit of his like 50 foot of rope. Maybe he'll cut like 3 inches of rope and just use it as a fuse.
Right. Okay. Yeah, possible. So, it doesn't take that much effort, but you have a very, very improvised, primitive grenade essentially. But it does look like it could work considering what it's made out of. So you're like, yeah, might work.
Cool. I'm gonna take off quite a bit of that random crap I've got in my thing now.
Yeah. If you actually want to use it in combat, we will kind of decide. Yeah, we'll kind of decide how to work essentially. Yeah.
I've cleared off a lot of custom items. This is good.
Yeah. Okay. So, question. Is Ray out of game question? Is Ray?
I think. Oh yeah, I'm just for our viewers and stuff. Ray had to sort something out at work. He might be back in half an hour or not. We're not sure, but I guess DM you can take control for now. I guess until he comes back. But we're just RPing now anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Mm.
Okay, so yeah. So, Soul made his improvised grenade kind of thing. What about the rest of you? If there's nothing else, I'll just move on. Really.
No, I'm just waiting for someone to pass out.
Okay. Cool.
I don't know. Hang on. We're in a pretty swanky place. Does anyone want to look for some
Alina
money?
something?
Yeah.
Soul just wants to ask Alina, since we'll be working together, I would like to ask, what is the source of your power? your power is not, dare I say, natural.
You know, that's a very good question. I sometimes don't completely understand it myself. I acquired it through, well, it was kind of awakened through a specific event, but I'm discovering more every day. I think it's connected more towards the wild magic side of things, so more to do with nature. But like I said, I'm still learning my power and just the limits of it. I'm discovering more every day. Does that answer your question?
Can you control? I think because what Soul was saying is sometimes he's noticed that sometimes she's flaring up, and then these scars appear, and she starts bleeding, or she's just summoning the power halfway, then the power disappears. So I guess what Soul's trying to say is, like, are you in control of it?
Most of the time. I don't want to, not to be an alarmist, but most of the time I am in control. But to be completely honest with you, I feel like there are waves where it takes over slightly and I lose that control.
Okay. So then, Soul realizing that, as much as he doesn't super trust magic, that this is a valued member of the party, he hands her the scroll of aid and says, to help you remember when you need control. And he just gives her the scroll of aid that he picked up in the dungeon.
And the scroll of aid is, sorry again,
it's a spell scroll, so when you read it, basically you pick 3 people to get temporary hit points. 1d6?
Okay, yes, I remember this.
Alina can't cast that because it's a cleric and paladin spell.
Oh, is it? Okay, sorry, my mistake. And I don't hand you the scroll.
Yoink it out of her hand.
It was a beautiful gesture.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
She can't cast that, unfortunately. Not a sorcerer's spell.
Okay, my bad. I just assumed she was wizard, so she could cast it.
Well, you give it to her, and she kind of looks at it, and she reads it, but she can't quite make it out. She's like, yeah. But like Alina said, it was a
she can hold on to it for sentimental value, and then when
for somebody who's not keen on magic, it was very kind. Is this to pay me back for the suit?
No.
Okay, just checking.
No.
You're not indebted to me in any way.
Soul still intends to pay back 3 gold to Cat Monk and 8 gold to.
You really don't need to worry about it. It's not a biggie. We've all made a fair bit of money. It's really not a big deal. You don't need to feel like
Soul's broke, remember?
Don't spend everything on the glowing sword.
Soul has no money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Soul has no money.
Yeah.
He's Master Frodo.
I don't even have the bloody ring anymore. I'm like Bilbo. Why do I use it up?
But you have the sword, so you're very much like Bilbo. Before he handed the sword over to Frodo.
I shall name it Sting.
That name sounds familiar. Yeah, anyway. So,
the MCA.
Yeah. So if there's nothing else, at this point of time, as you spend basically the next part of the journey, perhaps the next 2 or 3 hours. So at this point, it would be reaching evening-ish. The sun is starting to set, and you can see from outside the windows that the exterior of the train is definitely getting darker. Not completely dark yet, but it's definitely getting darker. At this point, some of the noblemen in the carriage beyond, they've kind of left the carriage. You see the siblings have kind of headed back to the carriage. Only Soul knows this, but the gambler has kind of also, Mr. Burns essentially, has kind of gone back to the carriage as well. But the wine lady, Marston and Thornley are still in the wine, the bar carriage with Borton, of course. And at this point, you start to just downtime, just relaxing, just resting, doing whatever you want to do. I want basically 3 of you in the party to make a perception check.
I'm rolling. I have advantage.
Sure.
I have quite a high perception.
Because of the shield, I know. Because of the shield.
So I'm just gonna roll any perception check that comes.
My perception is terrible, but I can roll if you guys want.
Mine
I have
4
if you want me to, so I can do it.
Yeah, go for it, Ben.
19.
Nice.
Okay. 19. What about the rest of you?
Alina?
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, go on.
Wait, Ben's better. Ben has.
No,
Yeah,
there's
we
three
need
of you
Three
anyway.
of us.
So.
Three of us.
Three people.
Oh,
Three of you. Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's 14.
Okay. One more.
I'm just sorry.
No, it's okay. Take your time.
23.
Three.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. So,
Jesus.
I can't even get 23 if I roll a 20.
so
Neither.
what was yours again?
19.
19. Yeah. So only Alina, as the rest of you are kind of just doing your own stuff. Alina, you are lounging near one of the windows and kind of just almost falling asleep because at this point it's evening and it's a very comfortable first class seating. So you're kind of sitting there lounging a little bit, eyes about to close, about to fall asleep. Then you start to hear from the outside of the train, and it requires a very perceptive and sharp ear to hear this. You hear what sounds like flapping. Like
Like birds?
very, very loud.
Those are big
But
birds.
yeah, it's a big. If it was a bird, it's a big bird.
Come on, Ernie, let's go find them.
So, am I allowed to take a look out the window and see if I can see it? Or is it just too dark? Or
You can try.
Yeah, but you've got dark vision.
Yeah, you got
I
that vision.
do. Okay, can I take a look and see if I can recognize what's making noise?
So you kind of look out the window and you squint a little bit and you realize, okay, wait, the because I'm assuming this is where you're at right now. So as you kind of look and you squint out, like, oh wait, can't quite see it for the moment, but you hear the boom, boom, just coming closer and closer, and you're like, I can't
Okay.
see it out the window though, and it seems to be coming from this this direction essentially, like behind you at the moment.
Okay, so what, behind where Catmonk and Silene are?
So yeah, this direction. So south of where you are right now. So it would be because the train's going north. So it would be behind you right now.
Okay, can
Because
I just
the train's going this way.
group?
Yeah.
Can I ask the rest of the group if they can hear anything? Can you guys
Come back.
hear any, like, can you make out any noises if you listen really hard?
None of you can hear anything right now.
CURLAND.
I'm going to say, Catmonk, can you please just stop the drumming for 1 second? I can hear something outside.
Welcome back, Ray.
Thank you.
Yeah, so just a quick catch up, Ray. The party tried to find some information from the civilians and the nobility. They did find some information regarding the Golden City and Erlatan. In the meantime, as they were taking their downtime, Soul made like a grenade, improvised grenade, very, very prototype improvised grenade. And Alina, in her rest, while she was attempting to almost doze off, her ears caught wind of like this like the flapping of wings, but it's a very slow rhythmic flapping, which means it's like if it was a bird or a bird-like creature, this would be a huge creature, like a pretty large, because it's like
Right.
but only Alina hears it right now, and so she's trying to tell everybody else. Yes, so Alina.
Okay, so now that Catmonk has stopped drumming, does anyone else hear it? Or is it still... Can anyone else make out?
With the same perception as before, Soul would be able to just make it out right now without the drumming.
Okay, so do you think we need to prepare? Does this sound dangerous to you?
Well,
Then
was Soul
Hang
part
on.
of that conversation? Oh, okay.
No, wait, yeah. So what were you saying?
Was Soul part of the conversation where I think one of the civilians was saying that there's a lot of some stuff happening in the plane as of
No,
late?
you weren't with the civilians. You weren't with the civilians. Yeah.
So then Soul just shrugs. He's got no idea what's going on.
Yeah. Then, because you are here as well, and Alina right now is talking to the rest of the party, so her back is facing the window, and you hear Alina saying this, and so you immediately, instinctively, being the ranger that you are, you immediately look out of the window, and just as you look out the window, you hear the boom very near you, and basically zipping past the window It does look like a bird, but it is a mechanical, almost like a mechanical flying device that just passes out of the window to the front.
Oh gosh. Would I know that do I know that like people in the Golden City might have made it, or is it just like a thing that is going rogue out in the smoking plains right now?
Made it. Hard to tell. Right now, hard to tell because you didn't see it clearly, but you can clearly see as it zipped past. You could clearly see the large wings and the body, the metallic body. But because it's metallic and you can see like the pistons kind of moving, just the very briefest of views, you're like, okay, it's definitely not an actual creature. It's something mechanical.
I think we should follow. I think we should head south. What do you think?
Does it look like it's like trying to hurt anybody, or?
You don't know. But just as you say that, everybody in the cabin now, as Alina is trying to get everybody to listen, everybody in the cabin now hears coming from somewhere in the north shouts.
North?
North as in this way, essentially. You hear shouts. Nad, can you make a perception check for me?
Absolutely. My rolls have been amazing. 9.
9. Okay. You don't see.
I'm just looking at the door.
You don't see anything.
Drew comes out.
You start to hear shouts coming from the north, and as you kind of quickly just do a very quick glance through the glass window that you've been looking at, I mean, the bar carriage seems fine. So.
But I hear the shouting.
All of you do.
Do you guys hear? Oh, you guys hear that, right?
Yeah, I think we need to head south. I think we need to follow it.
Wait, isn't it north?
No,
it's coming
north.
from that way.
It's this way. It's coming from this way. It's coming from this way.
Let's head south. Get the fuck out of here.
How perceptive, Alina.
There's no north currently. There's no south currently because there's no map.
Yeah.
Okay, let's head north.
Yeah, Ned.
What do you guys think?
Ned opens the door and starts heading north.
Okay, wait. Hang on.
Okay.
I need to adjust some things before I can actually do that. Ah, shit. Hang on.
Alina, I think you've got your headset backwards.
I've just got this mental image of her like, let's go, and just like going
hitting in the wrong way. As her party just looks at her like, oh, get you.
He's just like, let's go, and she just goes back to her couch.
Yes.
As soon as you reach the door and you're about to open it, you see through the window, that glass circular window. You see someone. You see from the side, where previously it was just like that small walkway that led to the other carriage, you see a wing just overshadow the entire top portion. And this flying vehicle lands pretty much next to it. So I'm just gonna open the door, but take note that the door is technically closed for you. So just take note of that. It's just to show you.
Okay.
So as the door opens and you see this flying creature, you see people start to basically disembark from it and move into the room beyond, which is the bar room, essentially.
Oh, they look cool, though, no lie.
Yeah, and one of them is like hooded, and you see he moves like a cyborg, like.
Oh, fast fighting Robocop.
The other 3 of them, not hooded, not masked, 2 females and 1 male, as you see from here, and you can clearly see, they have what look to be, almost like backpacks, but these backpacks are like connected to their hands with like wires and metal bits, and they have like almost like it's not a cyborg hand, but they have like a cyborg exoskeleton almost surrounding it. Immediately as you look through it, you have seen something like that before, but not up close this way, and it just kind of looks like their hand is almost like a little bit powered by the backpack that they have. That has also like almost like like Tesla coils. Yeah, and it's just kind of, and they move in, and they just start shouting, and you can see the faces of the nobility who are still there. They are looking shocked, and there's like just some shouts, and you see Lord Scott kind of stand up and shout at them. There's a little bit of back and forth. You can't hear right now, but that's what you see.
The people are humanoid? Is that what we see?
Yes, they're humanoid for sure.
Okay.
Except for a boy Borton.
Yeah, except there is one robotic-looking one, but other than that, the rest of them are humanoid. What do you want to do?
Well, you guys see this, right?
I guess. Yeah, can we see them? Like, I mean, we can hear, like, Soul can hear them, but
I'm
can
gonna
we
move
see them?
aside so everyone can look through the little window.
You can definitely see them, yes.
All right, I guess Soul's gonna go Superman, take off and like rip his tunic, and underneath is actually just like, his arm.
Has Van ever
Paid
seen
good money
things
for
like
that.
this before?
Has Van ever seen... Okay, what do you mean by things like this?
Like, have I seen this before in Rustbox? Like, is this like a police thing, or have I like happened upon anyone in Great Gears working on something similar?
Make a history check.
Ooh.
Cough.
It
Okay,
looks so
13.
fucking cool.
13?
Right?
It looks awesome, eh?
You're trying to think, and you're like, okay, there have been people that have been inventing almost like exoskeleton like armor for existing like humanoids. There have also been the more questionable practice of changing a humanoid into a half cyborg like creature. That one you've heard of, but you've not actually seen it until this point, and so you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, and they start shouting, and you can see as they start shouting, one of the the inventor Marston kind of talks to them as they kind of heckle them, and you see just for the briefest of moments, the inventor's eyes glance towards your cabin where your door is, just for the briefest of moments.
Oh, fuck. While they were talking.
Hmm.
Let's get out there, boys.
Think they might be headed our way. Do we want to talk to them, or are we just gonna go in blazing?
See what they got to say.
I sit back down on the
I
couch.
can we? Well, what if Soul stands at the front and you guys all stealth around so that if they do start, we can get some. What if guys say sneaky beaky stabs?
Beaky beaky like.
Yeah, so Soul will say gesture to all of you guys to hide around the various couches and tables, while he makes himself. He pulls out his moon sword so he looks really bright, really prominent, really obvious, and stands in the middle of the cabin, and just kind of
Okay.
holds it resting, waiting for them to come in. Not an attack, but more of a guarded stance.
So if you want to kind of hide around the room, position yourself where you might be hiding right now before we proceed on to any of the other things that you might want to do.
Are they killing the noble people at all, or are they just?
They're not, but they're heckling. They're heckling them, and they're kind of like holding, like by the scruff of the collar and just being like shaking them a little bit,
Was there
almost
any
like almost like a shakedown.
Was
Yeah,
there
so-
any like super rich, like high influence people back
Yeah, Lord
the other
Scott.
thing when I was gone? Did
Lord
anyone?
Lord Scott is the only one of like that matters really. He was the one. He's the one all the way like
Yeah.
up here.
Yeah.
He just seems to be like someone prominent. That's all.
Yeah. So is everyone in position? Because I'm going to call out. Soul's going to yell out quite soon.
I don't know if you guys are in position, so
So did you?
Yeah,
So,
I am.
So I'll say you guys might want to get in position and try to like stealth yourselves.
Yeah, I'm like
Standing
standing like
okay.
flat against the door.
Make
So if you
sure
guys
they
are
don't
all, so
take
if you're
the
all
guy
ready,
that's important.
then Soul's going to yell out quite loudly, quite clearly, Mr. Hill, Lord
as
Scott.
you open the door, yeah.
No, I'm not even opening the door. Just yelling.
Oh,
They
But
can
the door's
hear
not
it.
open at all, right?
the door's not open, yeah.
Oh no, I thought Nard's kind of was.
I can open it. I'll
Yeah,
just
open
slide
it.
it open
Yeah.
from my
No,
side.
I opened it so that you could see what's going on, but the door's actually closed.
Yeah, now I'll slide it open.
Okay, then yeah. So Soul's just yelling really loudly, Mr. Hill, Lord Scott, are you in need of assistance?
So as soon as you say that and you look in that direction, all of the humanoids, including the only hooded one, the one that walked like a cyborg, they turn in your direction, and you can see that the one in the cloak is actually like a clockwork, almost like an automaton. His face is two eyes, no mouth. It's just like the face and just two eyes. And you can see he looks in your direction. All of them turn. The one that is currently heckling Marston here. Mr. Hill essentially, he turns and he goes, looks at you, looks at the other two of his accomplices, and also the ones at the back currently, and he goes, "Hey lads, did they say there was a massive dragonborn with them?" And one of them goes, "Yeah, looks like that guy." And as soon as he says that, the hooded one with the clockwork, you see he steps up a single step, and underneath the cloak, his hand, like his metallic hand is revealed, and you see from the hand the blade comes up. I want all of you to roll for initiative.
Oh lord.
Are we hidden, Max?
I thought they're all. Yeah, are they hidden?
They are hidden, but all of you will roll for initiative.
Okay. So
They only see Soul right now.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
19.
19. Oh, twinsies. Twinsies.
Okay, so
Ah, freaking hell! Even with initiative, with advantage.
hang on. I'm gonna add all of you back to the initiative table so you can see it, because I think if I don't do that, you might not be able to see the initiative.
Mm-hmm.
So hang
And
on.
I am rolling well today.
Don't
I'm
jinx
rolling
it.
so bad today.
Don't jinx it, Alina.
Yeah, you're gonna jinx it before battle starts.
Don't jinx it.
Oh, why did I do it?
Get
Don't
ready
say
for those
anything.
net ones. Boo-boo.
Not good, boys. Not.
You shouldn't have said anything.
I was so happy with my advantage too.
It's just once, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could
So
get
there
better.
is-
Could get better.
Okay, Cat Monk.
What did I say? 19?
19. Okay.
19. Yeah, we're both 19.
Not 19. Okay.
19.
Soul.
7.
10.
7.
7. Alina.
18.
18. Okay.
Ooh.
Silene.
17.
Nice. I'll cast this.
Okay. So it's only Soul. Okay, wait. I need to roll. Oh, there's a lot of fucking initiative, boys.
Oh my god, there's so many of
There's
them.
a lot. There is a lot of them.
Which is why I say there is a lot of fucking initiative, boys.
Get ready to hold those actions, boys.
Yeah, what the hell?
When they come in, this is the kill box. They think the
I was
rust.
like, surely we won't have a train fight, right? Surely it would just be a nice
Surely
little.
it'll
nice
Did I
little
not literally say this is a murder on Orient Express?
Yeah. I was
And then,
gonna say,
and
like,
then,
I've taken
And then
notes on
there's-
how many buttons they have, what shoes they'll wear.
I was
and-
expecting a murder mystery as well. I was
I
like,
know, that'd be so
Okay,
awesome, man.
I am not smart enough to write a murder mystery.
That's why I was like,
I wrote a
we're
murder
talking
mystery.
to everyone, and I want to see the gambler. He's got the only motive as I can see so far.
I wrote the murder mystery one shot once, and I never want to do it again.
Really?
Okay.
That shit hurt my brain.
You guys are lucky that most of them rolled low for their initiative.
Oh,
Okay.
22.
It's all like almost all single digits, but yeah.
Rough.
Nobody is really that.
I see
but-
22, 20.
Just
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't know how if it's allowed, Max, but because we're like hiding, I basically want to, if I can, like almost hold an action for whoever walks through. I'm just gonna stab them.
Yes, so I was gonna address that. So
Yeah.
since they can technically only see Soul right now,
Yeah.
the rest of you who are hiding clearly can see and hear what they
Yeah.
say. You have one turn to either have a surprise round to do something right now, like shoot an arrow or whatever, or prepare an action such that when they come in, you do
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
All of you except Soul. So decide now what it is that you might want to do.
So
Well,
I
I'm
was
gonna-
still yelling challenges. And
Yeah,
saying,
Soul
like,
is still yelling challenges.
like, face me in open combat like a gentleman.
Yeah.
'Cause he's still trying to portray that gentleman role towards Scott and
Yep.
Marston Hill.
Man,
I get it.
Assassin class right now.
Still playing the role.
You a mage
Go
armor.
ahead, Alex.
I think you need to do a mage armor.
You can use that action to cast Mage Armor on yourself.
I'm
It
just
is-
gonna hold my action to stabby stab.
Okay.
Wait, so how does it work? If I use my action, if I hold an action and they walk through the door, let's say whoever walks through the door, do I still get my turn because this is a surprise round, right? So I get, I essentially get.
No.
No.
The surprise round only works if you're doing your whole turn right now to move in and attack them. If you're only holding your action, What happens is when they move in, only the action triggers. You attack them once, and that's it.
Only the action triggers. I take them once and that's it.
So you don't get to move. You don't get a bonus.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, then I change my thing a little bit.
Yes.
And what's your T? What's your rules on like weapon swapping in game? Is that a bonus
Free
action, an action?
It's a free action.
It's
Just
a free.
do it.
Perfect.
Just do it. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, sorry T, you go.
Is there
No,
a way
you're
to
good,
get
you're
up onto the train car roof from out here?
You can try.
I probably won't do anything actually, because I want to hit them with my astral
Let's.
lance. Is there anything else I can do, Max? In terms
Depends.
of preparing?
So you want to basically explode your astral self arms right now. That's fine. That
I'm
can
trying.
be.
I think I'll save it until we're in combat for that, because it can hit whoever's in my proximity.
Yep.
So I'll save that till we're actually in combat. But is there anything really that I can do now?
You could. Well, it's up to you, but usually you could try a range attack, or you could try to just move up immediately if you want. That's entirely up to you.
I'll knock an arrow into my bow.
Okay.
A bow? You have a bow?
Can I?
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
Is it a cantrip? Am I allowed to do a spell and a cantrip, or is it one or the other?
If your spell is a bonus action, yes.
Give me the mage armor.
Yeah.
your
So
mage
if I
armor
wanted to,
is an action.
if I wanted, it's an action in and of itself.
Okay, right.
Yes, which means
And
your
cantrip.
you can't cantrip because your cantrip is also an action, unless your cantrip is a bonus action. But I think it's an action, so
Yeah, I think they're all actions.
so it's just
Okay.
mage armor.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cast mage armor on myself.
Okay, cool.
Cool,
So
I'm ready.
that's your mage armor. Alina's mage armor. Van, what are you doing? Van and Virus?
Want to shoot an arrow at the wing of their thing.
Okay, sure. So you can make the roll for me now. Soul is just issuing commands. Catmonk is knock an arrow. Nat is what are you doing, Nat?
If I'm hidden and let's say I was to attack them to surprise round, would I have advantage? Would I get sneak attack basically?
I would give you that. Yeah.
Then
You can
yeah,
get it.
I'm gonna like
So you're
literally
just
I'm
gonna
gonna
move
attack
in.
them. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna lean out, shoot with my bow and arrow,
right,
my
right,
short
right.
bow, and then I'm gonna duck back into the corner.
Okay.
I'm fine
Silene,
with them
what about
knowing
you?
if I'm there. Yeah.
Me?
So, yeah. What
Yeah, I'm
action are you preparing?
Hiding behind the table. I think this is a
Yep.
table.
Yep.
Holding produce flame. Yeah,
Produce flame. Okay. Cool. So we are going to resolve the two attacks, basically one from Nat and one from Ven. Catmonk's not going to shoot, right? So Nat and Ven. Nat, which one are you attacking actually?
I'm going to attack the. There's a leader guy. Wait, what is my range? My range is 80. On the short bow? Does that sound right? That's right, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You can shoot him.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot that guy.
You
The leader guy.
Yeah. So this
Okay.
guy.
Yeah.
Fire the arrow.
Straight roll.
Straight roll. Oh no, with advantage because you're hidden.
Oh, with advantage.
Yeah,
Well, that was cocked
you're
anyway,
hidden.
so thank God that was cocked. Okay, that is. Woo! That's a net 1 and a 15. So thank God for advantage.
Okay, so that hits.
So that is that would be 21.
Yeah, that hits. Roll for
21
damage.
hits. All right, and I
Including
get
sneak attack.
sneaky beaky. Thank you. That is 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. Nice.
Yes,
That is
sir.
a lot of damage. Okay.
And then I
So-
duck back in.
Okay. So can
my
you
movement.
describe yourself as you come out?
So I hear everything's going, and I knock an arrow, and I'm literally just gonna pick out quick fire at the first thing I see, which is a guy with a big fucking blade arm. I'm just gonna shoot at him purely on.
Oh no, the blade
reflex.
arm's another guy. But yeah.
Oh, well, with the
That's okay,
guy
too.
who's in
Yeah.
the middle of everything, and I'm just gonna shoot at him. Not even checking if it hits. I'm just gonna duck back.
Okay. Ven, you aim for the wing that you see that's over the carriage right now, in the middle of both, and you fire. Make a roll.
Oh, and I'm gonna draw my short sword.
Do I need a -5 from it? No, right?
No, just a flat roll.
Just a flat roll, okay. 21.
21.
Nice.
The arrow you have to roll for damage. The arrow easily just zips through and cuts basically like a hole in the wing right now.
Nice.
Clear.
Yeah. But the actual flying machine still seems to be stuck there. Yeah, you don't know how it's there, but right now you can see that it hasn't moved. It's still there. Okay. So, end of all the surprise rounds, we go back to the actual top of the round, which is the first guy, which I believe is like the guy that's way at the top. Yeah, he is. Okay, so he's gonna move 1, 2. So at the command of kind of like the leader guy, he goes, get him! And one of them moves down now. Okay, let's see the range. I think might be a bit too far, honestly. This is a very, very... Yeah. Wait, how far is he from you? 85? I think he can hit you, actually.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna see if he can. Yeah, 120 feet. Okay. So he steps up to you, and he kind of whizzes his hand a bit, and you see 3 motes of flame appear on his hand, and he flings 3 of them at you. He's gonna cast Scorching Ray, essentially. 3 rays. 3 rays in your direction.
Oh,
It's
dear.
alright. It's alright.
So,
You're resisting the fire though. It's okay. It's okay.
range spell attack. The first one is... Oh, that one might miss, actually. That one is a 19. 19 hits. The second one is... Okay, that one is a 15, so that one misses. And the last one is a... Oh, that's a fucking 27, so that hits. So
Nah,
that's
that misses,
2...
bro. Why didn't you check? It could have missed.
2 Scorching Rays at you. That would be 3 points of fire damage plus 9 points of fire damage, so that's 12 points of fire damage. Half, so you take 6 points of fire damage.
Poggers.
What is
bro.
that?
Some of this poggers.
Yep. So there's 6 points of fire damage as you see 3 rays of flame explode. 2 of them hit you in the chest, but one of them explodes near where the cabin door is.
Okay.
Then you just, like, there's smoke everywhere, and you just hear him yell out, "That was my best suit!"
Oh,
Fair.
he's wearing his suit. That's true.
Yep. Okay.
Alright.
So that's the end of his turn. The next one to go is the lady at the back, I think it was. Yeah, that one's really far away. So he's going to spend his whole action to move dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, okay, so that's full action. Now we go to Nad.
Well, no one's in here yet. Not gonna go into there. So Nad's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna lean out and but then he won't have sneak attack though.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna run in. If I can. So what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. But then there's this fucker here. Oh no, I can attack from here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I'm gonna take 15 to go here.
Yep.
What the fuck is this? Holy shit. Okay, is this the blade guy? This is the blade guy? The guy with the blade head?
Yeah, right next to you.
I was just like, okay, and I slash him with my short sword. So I run in, I shit my pants a little, and I'm just gonna stab at him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Good
gonna
guy.
say with my strength gene. 13.
13 misses. And as
Yeah.
you swing with your short sword, you see the blade arm comes out to
Oh my
shing,
dice are
parry it
fucking
away from you.
cursed today. Okay.
He's like he's just silent. He just parries the blow.
Oh. That's fine. I'm gonna use my second attack on him. Okay, that's a 20.
When he hits,
20 hits. Come on, baby! Oh my god, I rolled 2 1s, bro, on the fucking sneak attack. That's so gross. That's 12. 12 points of damage.
okay, 12 points of damage.
So my first one, I stab, he dodges out, and my second one just comes as almost like a haymaker, but with a sword, and just go fucking cleave into him, and then I'm just gonna run back.
Okay.
1, 2.
Disengage. Oh no, not disengage.
Don't have to disengage.
Swashbuckler.
Bye bye, and you know what? Fuck it. I'm actually going to even use feline agility just to get further in, further here.
Okay.
Just for one, but it's worth it. Cause I ain't gonna stand in the door.
Okay.
with
And
a
of Nat's
fucking
turn.
guy with scorching ray, bro.
And of Nat's turn, Cat Monk. Yes, Silene, yes.
As Nad's coming back in, do I notice any blood on his weapons?
No, there's no blood. Yeah,
Blood.
no blood.
Oil?
A little bit of slick liquid. but not blood. Yeah. Yes, Catmonk.
So I put down the bow because I realized it's a waste of a monk's time, and I reach and I grab the rope in my bag, and I take a step here and I see this bastard over here. So
Yeah.
The door's still open, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All the doors open now at this point.
I become like a little what do you call them? A cowboy. And I start like swinging it like that, and I throw the rope, and I try to like wrap it around the first guy that we see, this one.
Alright.
And I try to pull him into our carriage.
Okay.
Is that an action?
So
a bonus action?
that would be an action. That would be an action.
Yeah, fuck it.
And you're trying to throw a rope, right?
Try and
Like
throw the
like
rope.
a lasso.
Yeah, like a lasso action to like.
Okay. Can you make a ranged attack roll? So that would be a D20 plus dexterity modifier plus. Well, you're not proficient, so just D20 plus dexterity modifier. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, baby.
14 plus 4, 18.
18. Okay, now we make a strength check to see if you can yank him over.
Aren't you glad you readjusted into strength and not car?
Natty 20.
Natty 20. Okay. So you
Great.
you yank
Little
yank
Irish
him,
cat is a yeehaw cowboy man.
and I would say you yank him here.
Alright. Let's fuck about.
Alright. You dead, buddy. Hello, buddy.
But that's your action.
Yeah, as a bonus action, can I use it as to close the door? Would you say that's bonus? Or
Wait,
would
but
you say
is the
hang
door
on.
behind him or in front of him?
It's
It's in front of him. The door's in front of him.
Ah, right.
Would you say it's a bonus?
Yeah, I would say it's a bonus. I'll allow
Beautiful.
it.
I noticed that he's heavier than he fucking looks. He's fucking metal. So I run to this door, and I slide the fucking bastard door across, and then I run back here.
So you just close the door.
Nice.
So this door's closed, and
Okay.
this guy's isolated.
Oh, the back door, not the
current door.
I'm not
Right.
right.
I was like, why are you closing your door?
And he never left melee, so woo,
Okay.
this boy's learning.
Okay.
No up attacks on our muck this time.
Okay. So
No
end
meat
of
symbol.
Catmonk's turn, Alina.
So, just a side note, I've realised I've completely cropped up my spells, and I've given Magic Missile to 3 of my spell slots, which is why it's one of the only things I can bloody use.
No.
But
The
for
reason why it does that is because you can cast it at higher levels. So
Okay.
it repeats itself
Okay.
if you want to cast it at higher levels. Yeah. But yeah, you have other spells you can use.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got Burning Hand. Does that automatically hit like Magic Missile does?
No,
or...
you have to stand in front. Yeah, and then it's a 15 feet cone in front of you. But do take note that cone does include allies, so your allies can get hit.
Okay, and the Mind Spike as well probably won't work on.
No, the Mind Spike is
robot.
one. Yeah, but it's a robot, so.
So Magic Missile.
Yeah.
I'm
Bread and butter.
gonna. Pardon, sorry.
No, it's
I'm
your bread
gonna
and butter.
move myself.
And butter.
I'm gonna move myself to here.
Yep.
And I'm gonna put all 3. The guy in front of Veros is the main one, right? He's the main guy.
The guy remember? No, the main guy that was giving orders is in the other room that you can't see right now. But
Okay,
yeah.
I'm still gonna shoot all 3 of mine because it's the only one that I can see from here. I'm gonna shoot all 3 of mine to the man that is in front of Catmonk.
Oh, here, yeah.
Okay, so let me see. It's
So
roll
it's-
1d4, right?
No, it's 3, so it's 3d4 plus 3.
Okay.
Because it's all 3.
Uh, 10.
Ooh, decent.
Okay, so that's 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Do I need to do anything? Because that was a big spell, or
Yeah, describe yourself as you cast a magic missile, first of all.
more just in terms of do I need to roll because it was a spell?
Okay.
But okay.
No. So describe yourself first, then we'll roll for the wild magic.
Okay. Okay, so she's back in business. She goes on into the center of the room. Her power obviously comes from her necklace, so it emanates from there this time, and it goes all the way through her body. and then she holds out her hands, and all three kind of come out of her hands and out of her sunstone necklace. So 1, 1, 1, and they go straight into the guy's chest.
Okay, and you see as it explodes, it actually punctures part of the metal armor, and you see part of the cloak kind of falls off to reveal like the marks on the torso. Guy's still silent. He doesn't seem to care. However, Alina, roll for your wild magic surge. Roll a flat d20.
Come on, let's go. Wait, before you do.
I'm
Before you do, Max, this week have you chosen a different
Yes, I
number?
have. I choose it every week.
Nice.
The
Okay.
magic number.
I choose it every week, so.
15.
Okay. You feel the power well up again, but you manage to fight it down, and you're like,
Okay.
nope.
I just once. I want it to be something insane, you know, just like
Yeah.
It will
Like,
happen.
nuke the whole cabin or some shit.
It will happen. The more she casts spells, the more
Yeah.
it'll happen.
Well,
It's awesome.
if 15 isn't the option, that's one option down. 19 more to go.
In
Don't
fact, I
worry.
think 15 was the number I chose last week.
Oh, no way. And then she wrote a net one last week as well.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Max is always off by 1 week.
Okay, so end of Alina's turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yeah,
Eileen.
I'm gonna move out to there.
Yes, Eileen.
You're muted, Razor.
Is it my
Oh.
turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's your turn. Go, boy.
Alright, this. I'm just gonna. Is this the blade guy?
Yeah, the one right in front. The only guy you can see right now, basically.
I'm gonna check my produce flame at him.
Okay, roll for produce flame.
18 base. Is that a hit or
18.
the
Yeah, that
20,
definitely
20,
hits.
the 4,
Yeah.
and
Roll for damage.
what's my produce flame?
1d6, I think it was.
This is-
Or was it d8?
Oh, 1d8.
1d8,
More
yeah.
damage.
Yeah.
2 points of damage.
2 points. Still something.
Killing
Still
him.
something.
Yeah, and then I'm going to star form archer.
Okay, so you again take up the constellation. Your body starts to glow with the signs of the stars. Okay, end of your
And
turn,
I'm gonna
Sally. Are you
hide
moving?
Bonus, come bonus action. I'm gonna step back down. Not really hide.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So just duck right now. End of Silene's turn. We have the next person who walks. You can't see, but it's gonna walk, and you see the door behind slides open again.
Oh, for fuck. I literally was thinking, why did I jam the door or something? For fuck.
Well, but that would be an action or something, probably.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is.
Yeah, you really action the lasso. So.
Well, you then waste a bonus action, so you know. Might help.
And you see the lady now here shouts back as a free action. Which one was it again? And spins the hand with a scorching ray. Based off what she can see, the easiest target to hit would be either Soul or Cat. So she's gonna go 2 on Cat and 1 on Soul.
Yeah.
Because it's 3 rays.
That's
So,
alright, bro.
two-
Let's go.
2 rolls on
17
Cat.
AC.
2 rays on Cat Monk. That is a 17 AC. She rolled a 17.
Oh.
New AC, no difference, baby.
And the second roll is a 19, which hits.
yes.
So both hit Cat Monk.
Yeah.
And 1 on Soul. Soul's 1 would be 12. So misses Soul.
God damn, bro.
But how much of Soul's suit is left is the...
Look,
What?
well,
Cat
you broke the front bit, so
Yeah, but I assume like, you know how he's got like penguin tails? I assume those are all burnt off. He's just got a monocle
yeah.
left.
Okay,
Aw.
so that's damage on Cat Monk is two beams. That is 11 plus 8 is a 19 points of damage on Cat Monk.
Holy shit!
That's 2 beams on Cat Monk.
Hey, don't worry, I've got one
Scorching
health.
ray, man. Scorching ray. Okay.
Wait, that's a 4d6. That's 24 points. He could have
Yeah.
hit you with 19.
Yeah.
You
40.
are the most unlucky player in the world, man.
Okay.
What?
And now the one at the back, the Blast Seeker, is gonna now take cover to the side of the door. The next one is the one at the back. I think he's also too far away. So he. Oh no, he's not too far away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as he stands there, he shouts to his previous friend who asked the question, and he goes, "I think it's the girl, one of the girls." Yeah.
What the fuck?
And he's going to spin the same thing, the 3 scorching ray, He can only see Catmark and Soul again, so he's gonna do 2 on Catmark and 1 on Soul.
Oh my god.
Shotgun not.
2.
Two
So
on
1 on
Catmark.
Catmark is 10, and
Oh,
the
yeah.
other one is a
Sure.
17, so that hits.
Chef
And then
Haitian
one
defense,
more.
bro.
One more on Soul is a dirty 20, so both. So 1 on Catmonk, which does 6 points of fire damage.
It doesn't matter, he's out.
So Catmonk goes down. And on
Yeah.
Soul, it's 7 points of fire damage. Reduced to 3. Reduced to 4, sorry. Yep. So, as he moves forward, shouts and moves forward and fires the 3 blasts, one of them hits Catmonk, and you see Catmonk just collapses on the ground immediately. The other one hits the door near Catmonk, and the last one slams right into Soul. And the remainder part of his suit near his torso is basically burnt off. There's like a sleeve just hanging there lamely. Yep.
Fucking Superman shit.
And on his turn, the other one. Yeah, no, that's not his turn as well. So the last one is the one who was basically kind of calling the shots, and he moves down, and he kind of slaps his partner a little bit on the head. He says, "You gotta be more specific, man. There's the one with the flame-like hair." Yep.
Yep.
And now he looks at Soul and he goes, "I don't like the look of that guy." And he casts a spell, but instead of the 3 beams that fires, he casts a spell. He snaps his fingers, he casts a spell, and you feel an energy emanate on you, Soul, that seems to be like squeezing your form. Can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Yep. I
Come
can.
on, baby. Do it.
19.
Nice.
19. So you feel the spell take effect, and you try. It's a spell that seems to be squashing you down, almost reducing you in size. But you shake off the effect. You're like, nope. I'm gonna fucking stay as massive as I am. And you see, as the spell fails to take effect, the guy on the other end goes, "Ah, fuck." That's the end of his turn. Ven.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, I'm gonna move here. That is a lot of people.
Did you not see?
That's a lot of people. From my spot, I could only see like this guy.
Now you know.
Oh no. Okay. Cat Monk is down, right?
Among is down, yeah. Again.
How rough is this guy looking?
Not very rough.
Fuck.
Well, even if he was rough, you can't tell because he's very unconcerned. He's not making a sound. He's not doing anything. He's just taking the hits and just being very silent.
Sorry,
This is
Dave.
like a
Quick question: are we heading northwards or south? Like, which way is the train?
The direction that the train is moving is this way.
Okay.
Yep.
This is like a walkway, right? So it's like a connection point between
It's
the
a
two carriages.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we all have the same plan
very
now.
stressed.
Yes, Ven.
Okay, well, Ven is just gonna shoot at this guy.
Okay. Make your arrow shot.
Okay. Oh, that's cock. Ah,
So
freaking cock.
many
It keeps
people.
going into the groove of the table. Ah! Head!
10 misses, unfortunately. Your first shot goes wide.
Okay, well, I am going
And you're shocked of seeing so many people, that more than you realize, you fire and your shot goes wide, and you're like, ah, shit.
I am going to ask Zeros.
Yes.
Let me see. The connection point of the two carriages is underneath the walkway, right?
Yeah.
Can I ask Zeros to crawl down there and spit acid on it so that it gets disconnected?
What is Viru's intelligence?
8.
He can try.
Okay.
Okay, so he's gonna just go down. You're not sure what he actually does, but
My
he goes
son
down.
is not very smart.
Yeah, he just tries to figure it out. Can you make an intelligence check for him, please?
Come on, do that
D20
net 20.
minus 1.
It's -1.
It's minus 1.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Even net 20 is still 19.
Oh, 16!
Minus 1?
No, 17 minus
Okay,
1, so 16.
so he kind of looks
Oh,
and he's
bad.
like, Vero sees and he goes, he can communicate with you telepathically, right?
Yes, can.
So he goes, I think I see it, and you hear the and the sizzle, but you're not sure exactly what happens.
Yep.
Yep.
I just tell him keep doing that until the thing breaks.
Okay. End of Van's turn.
Yep.
Soul, who has taken 2 hits to the face, 3 hits to the face, I think. Yeah.
What happens if, this mechanism? Can you describe it to us? Because context is, I want to shove my improvised frag bomb into it, and then
This thing.
Dragon Breath. No, into the connecting the trains.
Oh. It's basically so right now there's a walkway.
Is it what I imagine, like a standard?
Yeah,
train
but
filled
you don't actually see it right now because it's just a walkway and there's actually gone below to see how it looks like yet. But you know that it's definitely below this walkway. So
You might kill Cat Monk though. In the radius.
If you
So
can
he's
pull
got
him
three.
back.
He's got 3 saving throws.
he's still got 3 saving throws as of right
But
now.
with enough damage, he might die instantly, right?
How well could Soul really make a frag grenade?
That's true.
This is your first time that you ever.
Gunpowder and ball bearings and sharp.
Yeah,
Roll it.
exactly. Exactly.
10d6.
Soul could theoretically put it in there and then drag Catmon back if he walks back into the train carriage.
Yeah, because as
Yeah,
long,
so-
if I go here, place it down, and then if I move, push or shove Catmonk to like there, because I'm not leaving the threat zone, there's no opportunity attack to are there.
Push him
No,
back.
you can try and push him back, yeah.
Yeah, so that would be like I'll be using shove, I suppose, as an action.
No, technically your action would be to put the bomb where it is. So then you wouldn't be able to shove him just yet.
Okay, well then what I'll do is I'll put the bomb there as an action,
And then just stay there.
and then what I'll do is I'll place myself on top of Catmonk, like in between
Ah,
Catmonk and
right.
the soldier. So I have
You just
my
stand there.
shield. So I'm just standing there, so like pretty much shielding him from this bladed dude.
Okay. Cool.
And then I suppose I will cast Divine Shield of Faith on myself.
That's a bonus action.
Yep.
Okay, so your AC is now 20.
21.
Okay, 21. Cool. So as you stand there, you kind of duck underneath immediately, just barely dodging the robot in the way, and the automaton, and you go down, just try and find a spot. You can't see it. You just stuff the grenade there somehow, and you just step back and stand over Catmon.
Yep.
Okay.
Praise be to Glenskoll, and I start cleaning.
Okay. End of your turn. The female blast seeker here goes 1, 2, 3,
this is gonna hurt.
4. She's gonna. You're standing there. Catmonk's down. It's harder to hit a prone target. Technically can see Ven. Technically can see Alina. Oh no, wait, can't see Virus because Virus is under the thing. So she starts back to her boss and she goes, "Who do we want again?" And the boss goes, "Any of them, just any of them." And so she
The middle one.
spins the fingers again. You see the 3 orbs. She's gonna fire 1 at Soul, 1 at Ven, 1 at Alina.
Bruv.
Because you said all of them. So 1 at
have
Soul.
Way too many.
that
Can
is-
I yell at Viros in Draconic
Right.
and just say that's a bomb? Blow it up.
But he only has acid, right?
You need acid. It doesn't
Oh,
fire.
he's an acid. Oh, that's right. Damn it.
But acid dragon, I'll just eat through it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
never mind.
but you can still say it, dude.
Yeah, I'll say it to him. Get back. That's a bomb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Virus in my head is like, fuck.
Soul is 11, which misses.
Yep.
Ven is 19, which hits.
Yep.
Alina is 10, which just misses because you have mage armor. So
Can I absorb elements on it?
yes, you can reaction
Yeah,
to absorb
then
elements.
I'll absorb elements on this spell.
I think absorb elements is half the damage, right?
I'm
Yeah.
checking now.
Resistance, I think.
Resistance, yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's half damage, and you take 6 points of fire damage, which is reduced to 3.
Okay.
Nice.
And when you attack with a melee attack on your next turn, but it's only on your next turn, it
Yep.
takes an extra 1d6.
Okay. But 3 damage, right?
3 damage, yes.
Okay.
3 fire damage. Okay. So, end of their turn. Now, this creature that has been taking hits from all of you, very silent, he takes his turn, and you see, he looks at all of you, and just without even a sound, his form starts to shift, and you see his face, which is previously just the 2 eyes and the mask, start to grow thinner and thinner and thinner. His whole body starts to grow thinner. The entire cloak falls off, and you see his whole body becomes like this snake-like, almost like a slithering snake, and he just slides through the ground. Soul and Nard, you can make an attack of opportunity, but with disadvantage in this form,
Okay.
as he slides
I'm
into the
taking
room
it.
on the snake as a snake-like form.
2 attacks with disadvantage. Or 1 attack with disadvantage.
One attack with disadvantage. Right? Okay.
19.
I wrote this. 14.
14 misses, 19 still hits. So Soul roll for your damage.
Yep. 7 plus 6, 13.
13. Okay. So you try to basically stab this guy as he becomes a snake-like form. So Nat tries to stab it, but misses because it's a snake-like form. And you see as it slithers forward, it appears again, reshapes itself back into the actual clockwork form at the back. This time without the cloak, and you see it in a full automaton form. And the blade just goes towards Alina, because you're right next to it. So that would be a blade attack with the creature. That is a 14, which I believe hits. Because your
14
AC
is my
with...
AC. Is
Yeah,
14.
so that just hits. Yeah, that just hits.
Ah!
So you take 9 points of piercing damage.
Ah!
And can you make a Constitution saving throw?
What's that say? Is that like a roll 1d20?
Yeah, but it's
your
a Constitution saving throw, whatever it
what's
might
my
be. So you have a
Constitution?
saving throw section, and you have a Constitution. You can see whether you have a bonus.
The third one.
I have no constitution.
Is it plus 0?
No Constitution.
It's +0.
Oh, okay. Just a roll d20 then. Straight d20.
1!
Now you roll the 1. You jinxed it.
As the blade stabs through you and pulls out, and you feel the pain, you suddenly feel another pulse as the poison takes effect from your body, and you just feel the pain wrap your entire body. You take an additional 3 points of poison damage.
Okay.
And you are now poisoned for 1 minute. And as when you are poisoned, all attack rolls that you make are with disadvantage. All ability checks that you make are also
Like
with disadvantage.
1 minute real time or 1 minute?
No, 1 minute in-game
One
time, which is
turn?
10 rounds. 10 combat rounds.
10 rounds?
Yeah.
1 round, 6 seconds.
1 round and 6 seconds. So it's 10 rounds.
Jesus. Wait, why?
Okay, so end of this clockwork creature's turn, having stabbed you straight in the face. We go on to the other one at the back. 1, 2. You don't see it, but he breaks into the snake-like form and he slithers forward again. Still in the snake-like form. So he's gonna move. He can move quite a fair bit. So he's gonna go here. Yep. And I'm gonna stay. Where's the snake? There's no. I'm just gonna mark it with this. Okay. End of his turn. Back to the top of the round. Before the top of the round starts, you see as all of them move towards you, suddenly, Soul can see this, Nat can see this, Van can see this. As you watch and prepare for the incoming enemies, you see the barkeeper, the robot bartender. He goes, hey, not in my bar! And he picks up like a random glass bottle and just hurls it at one of them. I'm going to add Borton to the initiative list.
Woo!
What?
Get it,
Borton, our hero.
He's
like
protecting the
Borders.
train.
Yeah.
Badass.
He's a level 15 fighter,
What a
level
legend.
5 cleric, level 7 wizard.
He's protecting the fucking carriage.
Borton's a
But he gets
badass.
a... Yeah, so Borton throws an improvised weapon at the closest target to him.
Boy.
He rolls
Our boy
15.
Bort.
15 hits, and he
Nice.
deals 4 points. No wait, 6 points of piercing damage.
Let's go, boy.
And as he does that, one of the Blood Seekers go, what the f? Yep. End of his. Okay, he has a free turn because he's coming into the initiative now. Back to the top of the round, we have the Blood Seeker at the back. He's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now he's going to try again, seeing Soul stand at the door. He's gonna cast the same spell. Soul, can you make a Constitution saving throw? They really don't like how big you look.
18.
Oh wait. Wait. No point. He's out of range. He can't cast that.
Nice.
So he's gonna cast Scorching Ray.
No, not nice.
So it's 2 on Cat Monk and 1 on Ven.
No, bro.
No, not Cat Monk, on Soul, sorry.
Oh
So
my God.
Soul is for 21 on Soul, and the other one is the other one's low, so it doesn't matter. So Soul takes 7 points of damage reduced to 4
Nice.
points of fire damage, and then Ven, that is a 15. Miss. Yeah, so you duck out of the way
Nice one,
of
team.
the bolt of flame. End of his turn, the next one, the lady at the back, I think it was the one that had the dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think you might still be out of range, unfortunately. Yeah, you're still out of range. So she's also gonna cast Scorching Ray. They all cast Scorching Ray.
Jesus Christ.
Yep. Soul Scorching Ray 2 times, Ven 1 time again. Miss. Cocked. Never mind, miss. So 2 misses on Soul, and Ven is a miss. Oh wait, 16 misses?
Yeah, no, 16 hits. 16 is my AC.
9 and oh no, it's 15. It's 15.
Oh,
Nice.
So it missed. Yeah, so all 3 misses. All 3
Holy
misses.
shit! Big round for
So
us, team.
you just juke in and vibe in all the beams that are flying your way. Okay, now Cat Monk. Death saving throw.
Get
Get
it,
right?
get it.
Okay, come on. 10 and above, come on. Mwah. Mwah. 12.
Nice.
12. 1 success.
Good man. Good man.
Okay, Nad.
Okay, so I saw Soul putting, like, literally taking the bomb out and putting it. Do I see the bomb? Like, I saw where he put it.
No, he just stuffed it below. You just see it somewhere below. You don't actually physically see it right now.
Okay, if I wanted to run over, not knowing the rules, if I wanted to run over and light it with my tinderbox, would that be, like, do I have
An
an action to look, or is it just one action to, like, look and light it?
I would say it's 1 action, but you need to. Yeah, no, actually no. You don't have to make a perception check because I'm assuming you're running over and just actually looking.
Yeah,
down.
like, I'm just gonna look and light it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
the minute I see, I'm
yeah.
gonna light it. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. So I'm just gonna run. I don't know, like wherever it is. Here, maybe.
Yeah, about it.
Or like by ver. Oh, here. Okay, and then I'm going to.
Here actually, but yeah.
Okay. While I'm there, can I do a quick glance and just see, is this tied to anything? Is it tied to, like, outside, the outside? Or...
That one you need to make a perception check.
Okay, I'll make a perception check.
Yeah.
19.
19. So you see the wing, while the wing is above you that way, the machine is actually on its side, and there are metal bits that are like jutting into sticking itself onto the train at the side. So it's almost like a dragonfly at the side.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. And yeah, so I'm just gonna get my tinderbox out and just gonna try and light the makeshift bomb of whatever.
There's no roll needed for that, so you just light and you just put it. You see like the little bit of rope that's sticking out.
Yeah.
And you just light it, and you see Viros as you light it. Viros looks at you like,
Yeah. I'm gonna. I don't know if you're allowed. I'm gonna just try and grab Viros and run backwards as well.
Yeah. I'll allow that. Yeah.
What allowed? So I
small.
have one. So what was that? Two. So I have 4 squares to move back. 1. 2.
So you can grab Viros. I'll move Viros for you. You just move.
Yeah, I'll just move
where
it.
you want.
Like,
okay.
I'll just move back here then. Yeah, like back here. That's
okay.
4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
and on that turn, Alina.
That's my turn.
Yeah.
So wait,
Alina.
has the thing blown up?
Nope.
Well,
It just got lit.
It just got lit.
It just got lit.
Okay.
It will probably blow up within 6 seconds, but
it's getting lit, baby.
6 seconds.
Soul doesn't make very long fuses.
Which is 1 turn, but yeah, one whole round, but yeah.
So when Ned lights it, he's like, fucking, so it's like the short of it. Like, God damn it.
It's like, oh shit.
It starts running.
It's got like this badly like etched in picture of Cat Monk's face on it, because that's what you imagine blowing up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alina, it is your turn.
Am I allowed to move, or am I like...
If you move out, you'll get an attack of opportunity from this guy. Unless you take
So
the full action to disengage.
Up? I can't like walk up to the place near Cat Monk?
No.
Not over the table?
You would take a free attack.
If you move out of his 9 squares
within
around
the 9
him,
squares around him. Yeah.
He'll basically knock you out.
Basically, if you move anywhere within this square, essentially.
Yeah.
If you move out of that square, you'll just get hit. Yeah. Or you might get hit because he has a free attack against you.
Fuck him up.
Okay,
Point blank,
so
close
I can't
range,
move.
shotgun. That shit.
You could Burning Hands. Burning Hands
right?
would work here.
But Burning Hands isn't as effective, is it? As
no, it's fire. It's fine.
But what has more potential for damage? A magic missile or burning hands?
What's the thing?
I think
Burning
Burning
Hands.
Hands has more potential for damage, but you gotta roll to hit.
But you gotta.
And I'm
he
on a
has to roll.
disadvantage as well, right?
No, he has to
It's
roll
a dex
to make a
save,
saving.
and you do 3d6.
Yeah.
I'm assuming a magic missile is level
3d4
1.
plus 3.
Oh,
Yeah,
3d4
do you know what?
3d4 plus 3.
Does Burning Hands
Oh,
also
15.
do I have to roll, or will
No,
it
he rolls.
I roll. For Burning Hands,
Okay.
I roll.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Burning Hands on the thing in front of me.
Okay, so you cup your hands together. Can you describe yourself as you cast Burning Hands, or I roll for dice?
Okay, so Alina's pretty pissed off, right? She just wanted the chill fucking train trip. So it's all going to come from her necklace again, but it's going to come up through her chest and it's going to pulse out through her hands. She's going to jut them forwards, and it's going to be two very laser beams but way wider, and they're going to go out straight in, and she's going to aim for his neck.
Okay. So the fire just extends outwards from your hand and it burns. He does make his save, unfortunately, but I think he takes half damage from that. So you roll
half.
3d6 and then half that.
Max damage, baby.
It's not max damage because he saved.
9.
Max damage divided by
9.
half, baby.
So 9 divided by that, that'll be a 4.
Oh, good.
So it takes 4 points of damage. Still okay.
A 4?
But
That's a 10.
Burning Hands was a first level spell, so can you roll for your Wild Magic Surge? Roll a d20
Okay.
again.
It would spice things up a bit, wouldn't it?
Yeah, flat d20.
Question, Max. When it's halved and all that, is it round up or round down?
DM rounds down. DM rounds up. Players round up.
13.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
13. What was the number I gave? I have to double check. It
Oh,
was
bruh.
not. It was not 13.
No!
But it's probably close because you had to check.
Yeah. It's quite close.
Uh,
It's quite close.
like 12 or something.
Maybe it's
So-
3.
Bro,
So
I thought...
again, the power wells up inside you, the uncontrollable chaos within. You're like, nope. You fight it back down. You try and calm yourself down and fight it back down.
Control it, Alina. Control.
Yeah.
Use
I don't
the
want it at this
power.
point.
Get a fireball and just go. Whoa.
Okay. So Alina is at the end of your turn.
Yeah, am I allowed to ask, how the guy in front of me is looking? Is he even remotely damaged, or is he just doing fine?
Well, now after the burning hands, you see part of the face is a little bit of like a char mark. He is impassive. It's an automaton that doesn't make any sound, doesn't say anything. So it doesn't even. You are not even sure if it feels like it's damaged. But on closer inspection now, without the cloak, you can see that it has taken a fair bit of damage. His armor is in
Am I allowed
pieces.
to, does he talk?
He doesn't have a mouth.
Am I allowed to, I don't know if this is a bonus action, but am I allowed to shout back? To the
Yeah,
people
you
in
can
the
shout.
carriage?
Call him a bitch.
You can
You
shout.
are allowed to do whatever you want.
I don't know if
You
it's an
can shout.
action.
No, you can shout. You can shout.
I wanted
Don't
to
shout
say...
an essay at them.
Don't what?
Don't shout an essay at them. Don't shout a speech at them. Just like a few words is fine.
Yeah, I just want to be this is completely fucking senseless. What do you want?
Okay, so you shout across. Okay. Cool.
Do they
That will be
reply?
your free action.
He has no
Well,
mouth.
they can reply on their turn.
No, not him, but
Oh,
They can reply on their turn. Yeah.
the
So
others
end of.
don't hear me.
Yeah. No, they can, but they can
You
reply
have
on
to
their
wait
turn.
till their turn. Yeah.
Yeah. So end of your turn, Alina. Silene.
Hello. I will.
Please just attack the thing next to me. I don't want to die.
Jesus
This
Christ.
fucking piece of shit.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Cat's so used to dying. He's just
Yeah, Cat's just like, eh.
Do you want
Jay
rid of
chillin'.
that thing? Okay. I will. Guiding bolt the thing close to us then.
Guiding
Oh,
bolt.
oh.
This one.
Alright,
Spicy.
go.
Okay, make a guiding bolt. Go for it. That is spicy damage. Yeah, go for it.
16.
I'm gonna play the
natural
FF7 song.
I'm guessing it's hitting.
Oh, Bob.
How much
Yeah.
damage am I doing? 4d6.
4d6. Okay, can you roll for your hit first because you need to see if you hit.
Oh, 16 natural plus 6, 22.
Oh,
to hit.
okay, that definitely hits it.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
roll for the 46.
6 plus 8 is 14.
Yes,
Yep.
14.
14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. Nice.
And he lights up, and then
Yep. Lights up like a Christmas tree.
does he die?
No, but he's now lit up, and whoever attacks it next will have advantage on their next attack.
And then bonus
Come on,
action,
Bolton.
Okay.
bonus
On your next attack.
action, the
Oh
archer
damn.
Archer hit. Okay.
and
Range
I
spell
get
attack.
advantage, I'm assuming.
Yes, you get advantage, and then you throw the archer attack.
Oh, where is my damage for that?
What did you roll for the hit?
Oh, I didn't hit.
Yeah,
That
2
was-
hit. Gotta roll the 2 hit.
Yes, 7 to hit that one.
No,
Oh,
no,
I
that
did-
one.
I
No,
get
with
advantage.
with advantage. Yeah.
Oh, 9 to hit.
Still misses, unfortunately. Yep. So you fling the archer beam across the glow of light, the mode of light, but unfortunately it explodes near it. Doesn't even look in your direction. He's just unconcerned right now.
So
Okay.
that is my turn.
But that is your turn. Now Borton goes again, because it's his actual
Big
initiative
boy
now.
Borton.
Yes, Borton. And Borton is going to pick up another glass bottle, Borton, and throw it at the nearest guy. Natural 20!
Get it,
Yes.
Bolton.
2 damage. He's better than
Fucking-
us.
What a fucking legend, dude.
9
the
points of
fucking
damage with a
bottle.
glass bottle.
How many?
9 points of damage
Oh
with a
my
glass
god,
bottle.
this guy's a god.
He's just a bartender.
Incredible.
And as he flings it at one of them, he goes, "Hey, someone stop!" The blast seekers. Someone stop that thing. But they don't seem to care. Okay, so
Please blow up now, please blow up now, please
And
blow
on
up now,
Borton's
please blow up now.
no, not yet. And of Borton's turn kind of peeks out now. The
Here we go.
one at the one at the door kind of peeks out. And she and looks into the looks in the direction of where Alina and the bot is, the automaton. And he goes, "I don't think he's got it yet." And she's gonna cast another scorching ray. That would be now would be 1 at Alina and 2 at Soul, because they really want Soul down. Because he's the big guy. The one at Alina is a 27. No, wait, 25. And the other one is a 15, which also hits.
Because I'm right in front of Alina to take the hit for her.
Ooh. You will see it coming because it's a ray of.
Can I just like step back onto the table and take the hit for her?
Okay, I would say even though it whether or not it hits
That's
your
way
AC,
too nice.
whether or not it hits your AC, it will still hit you because you are willingly taking the blow for
Yeah,
her.
that's fine.
Okay, so that means Alina takes. There are 2 beams going in a way. Are you block? And both of them hit, so are you gonna take both?
Fuck it, let's go, baby!
Okay, so you're gonna take both. Okay.
I'm gonna absorb elements one of them at the very
Okay.
least.
The one on Soul unfortunately also hits. So Soul.
Oh my god.
Soul, you take 3 points of fire damage. That's already reduced.
Scorching Ray is fucking insane.
And Ven, your first hit is 8, reduced to 4 with absorb elements, and then the next hit is 6. Yep.
So 4 plus 6, 10 lah.
4 plus 6, 10. Yep. Okay, so 10 points of damage.
But then the next melee attack I do on somebody is 1d6
Yes.
extra fire damage.
At 1d6 fire damage. Yeah.
Okay!
Because you
I'm about
absorbed
to
it.
fuck someone's day up.
So Alina, as you see the 2 rays flying towards your direction, it's like fuck, and there's the automaton right next to you. You see Ven jump right in front of you to stand, and both blasts hits her right in the chest. Yep. She takes it though. She takes it like a champ.
Where was my tank?
He's trying to stand on top of you still.
He's standing on top of you so that they don't hit you.
The literal tank.
Yeah. I've taken
so-
like a dozen scorching rays to my chest already.
So as you see, as you jump in front and you take both hits, when you see the one who fired it kind of looks there curiously and cocks it and goes,
I gave it a fucking middle finger. Fuck you.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ah.
He's gonna try and cast another spell at you. Soul, can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Man.
Oh wait, he needs to. Oh no, he's close enough. He's close enough. Yeah.
I love how Eileen is just Jay chilling in the corner.
Yeah, Siley is just there like.
Behind the table,
14.
bro.
14?
Yep.
14 just succeeds. So for a moment you feel your form start to be shrunk down and you already start to shrink, but you're like, and you shake it off and you grow back to a regular size. The enlarge reduce spell fails to take effect. In this case, it would be reduce spell, but it fails to take effect. Okay.
I think it gets the most mileage out of fire. It uses the most spells, takes the least damage.
And as you do that, the guy who cast it goes, fuck again. Yeah, because you dodged it like 3 times at this point.
I'm not dodging it. I'm just outstrengthening.
I mean, yeah, you're just outstrength and it's like fuck. Okay. The last one goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Scorching ray again. Let's go.
Jesus.
So
How much
that's
health are you on now, Soul?
11.
2 on well, trying to hit Alina but can't hit Alina, so it has to be Ven because Ven is actively trying to block Alina. So it's 2 hits on Ven, 1 hit on Soul. The hit on Soul misses. That's a very, very low roll.
Nice.
2 hits on Ven. That is a very low roll, but it's a net 20. There's another net 20. So the net 20.
Can't she have just saved me once, and that was her lot, and now I can
It's
take
fine,
it? I don't
it's
want you to
just-
die.
You would die
Okay.
instantly, Alina, if this hits
I
you.
will live.
Net
Me and my
20 is
6
there.
points.
You would have
4
got
plus
unconscious,
10.
this will kill you.
Ven, you take 14 points of fire damage from that crit.
Ah!
Oh,
This is
I am on
fucking
1 hit.
crit.
Okay.
I am on 1 hit point.
End of that.
Woo!
End of that Bloodseeker's turn. We have Soul. Soul. At this point, as you
Oh,
start your
close
turn,
the fucking
you
door.
you start to smell like the burning smell. And you're like, okay, the bomb's about to go off.
Closer than hold it
Oh,
close.
So I know the bomb's about to go off, right?
Yeah, it
You
should
smell
be
it.
about to go off.
Okay, so can I use my action to, I guess, would it be shove or drag Catmonkus out of the blast?
Shove him. Just shove him.
Okay, so he goes out the door.
Make a strength check. Make a strength check.
Um,
Yeet him out the door.
that was a 10.
It's enough.
Okay, good. So how far can I drag him? I just basically want to clear of the blast radius. I get to, like,
If
here?
you're gonna move here, he will be able to be like here.
Is that far enough, do you?
You don't know,
Oh, fine.
but that's the most you can move him.
And then as I'm dragging him, I just kind of kick the door close button along the way.
Okay,
So-
you kick
so-
that. You kick that. Okay, so the door closes. End of Soul's turn. Ven,
Yep.
you have taken many hits.
Someone remind me again if I have a potion on me or no. No, right?
I don't remember
So-
who bought
So,
potions.
Soul has one.
Yeah.
I have one, Alina.
You have
Yeah, I
one,
have one.
Alina.
I have a potion of. I have one
And you
potion
have
of
one,
healing.
Silene
has
No,
one.
I
I have one.
So Ven doesn't have one.
Who
Yep,
paid
okay.
the There was 3 people who paid 40 gold, basically.
we
in
still
the
got
have
shop.
one.
between us
I-
both.
Was
I know,
one?
I-
So
I
yeah,
know I've-
okay. So it's me, Soul, and Alina. So now you don't have one.
Okay, fuck it, let's go. I'm gonna pull out my short sword and go in for this guy.
Oh my god, this is a bold
Can I
play.
can I flank?
Yeah, that's a flank. That is a
Alright,
flank.
let's
Alina is still
go.
conscious, so that's
Yeah.
Alright,
You get
first
double
hit.
advantage technically slow.
Somewhat useful.
Isn't it just one?
Yeah, just one. I'm sure.
no. The
Ah.
glow doesn't work anymore because you use the glow to throw your thing and it doesn't work. It's the next attack, I believe.
Okay. 17 plus 6, so 23.
That definitely hits.
Second
No,
hit is.
No, keep going, keep going.
Ooh!
Yeah, it's
Next one
gone.
is 24.
That also hits. Roll for damage.
Okay,
Let's
so that's
go, Vin.
Nice.
2d6 plus Virus's
Acid.
thing. Yep.
Yep.
Oh gosh. Okay, so that's 5 plus 3, 8 plus 1, 9 plus another d6 fire damage. That's another 2, so that's 11 points of damage.
Plus viewers?
Yeah, plus Virus already.
So
Plus the fire damage.
So it's 11 points of damage.
Yeah, 11 points of damage total.
Okay.
That's for the first hit.
Okay.
Then
Can you?
second
Oh yeah,
hit.
second hit first. Second hit first.
Second hit is just flat for my swords, right?
Yeah, it's just offhand.
Okay.
Offhand swing.
You don't get the plus.
You don't get the proficiency though.
Then it's just 3.
3, so he misses. Oh,
Yeah.
3 points of damage.
Yeah, 3 points of damage. So
Oh, 3 points
14
of damage. Okay,
total.
okay. Can you describe yourself as you move from the front of Elena, having taken many blows, go up against this automaton and stab it?
I am going to vault myself off the table.
Right.
And catch my sword in the back of his head as I
Oh,
flip over him, and I'm gonna slide my sword all the way down.
okay. So you basically do a backflip off, and as you're
Yep.
backflipping off, you stab the sword in, and then you force it down again.
Yep.
Okay, that destroys this guy.
Oi.
You bonked Orochimaru.
Okay, so
I am on
Orochimaru.
one health.
Not bad, not bad.
you saved Alina at the expense of yourself because you almost
On
went down,
one
but you
hit.
saved
And
Alina.
then you wrecked that dude. Well
And then
done.
you wrecked the dude, yeah. Okay, so end of Van's turn. We have 2 more turns before the bomb goes off.
Oh, fuck.
No, I think end of these two. So
Oh,
this
One's really far away.
this blast seeker, not knowing that there's a bomb there because she didn't see, moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
Hello.
No, actually, no,
Hello,
it's gonna be-
buddy.
It's gonna be there. She can look into pretty much the whole room,
She
seeing
doesn't
that.
see me though.
Yeah, it doesn't see you, but seeing that because you're at the corner.
It's awesome.
But
I love this
seeing
corner.
that the automaton is now down, she kind of looks back, almost as though considering her next move. Then she goes, "Ah, fuck!" and she just throws the 3 beams again. This time, all 3 at Alina, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Yeah. So that
You
would
really
be.
want us?
Yeah, they really won.
Damn dog, what the fuck?
That is 22 for 1 hit. The other one is a 12, which misses. Then the last one is a 18, which hits. So that's 2 rays at you. That would be 3 points of fire damage plus another 4 points of fire damage. So that is 7 points of fire damage. But you're resistant, so it's half to 4. So you take 4 points of fire damage.
What the?
So I am dead.
You are still up. You are still up.
Oh my god,
Okay.
man. That could have been a bomb there.
there's
Jesus,
another
Yeah.
one.
scared me.
And the last one, the last turn before the bomb goes off, we have the assassin that at back. He's still in the snake form, and he's gonna go 1,
You stay back there.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so he reaches like the front of where exactly almost where the bomb is. They don't know the bomb is there, and he forms back into himself, just the regular robot self, and he's going to pull out. He opens the cloak, withdraws a dagger, and flings the dagger in your direction, Alina.
Oh my god.
God.
Me?
Can
Yeah.
I throw my shield to try to protect this? I've got a spear.
Hang on.
You got the buckler head. I whipped my buckler head at it.
Okay, so make a quick perception check
Okay.
because technically you can't see him or just
With-
barely see
Do
him.
I get advantage?
Hmm?
Do I still get advantage because of my shield?
Yeah, of course.
Well, that's 5 and 13.
13. No bonus.
Oh, well, okay, sorry, 6 and 14.
Oh, okay. So you just barely, just in time, see the assassin come up with the dagger and attempt to fling it, and so you throw the shield in his way. Can you, for the sake of it, just do an dexterity check for me? Just a flat dexterity check.
That is a 19.
19.
Nice one,
So the
man.
shield meets the dagger in mid-air in front of you, Alina. It just and it parries off and it just claps onto the
That's
ground.
fucking
Ooh.
slick.
Yep.
That's Bola.
Yes. And as the you see the dagger falls to the ground in slow mo, the shield falls to the ground in slow mo, and you look in the direction of the door and you hear the as the door explodes off, you're like, oh, and you see the 2 creatures on the actual connector itself. They just as it explodes, one of them flies into it. This lady basically flying into the room from the force of the blow, while the other robot at the back flies backwards, and the thing explodes. And you hear it's not a big explosion. It could probably have gotten bigger, but the explosion goes, and you see the light and the smoke, and as they all fly, the slow-mo, one flying in, one flying out. We will end the session there, halfway through combat.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So cliffhanger in the middle of combat.
Dude.
Cliffhanger into the new year. This is my second cliffhanger in my campaign.
Dude.
Cliffhanger into the new year.
I'm on 1 hit point. A single
Yeah,
hit
same.
point.
No, you're not. You're on
Someone's
0.
dead.
I'm joking.
Kenmang's on 0.
Someone's dead. I'm on 1. Alina's
on
on 2.
negative
This
1.
is great.
Kenmang's
How
not
many
dead.
healing
That-
potions do we have?
We have
like-
enough, but that better have blown the train out. Oh, we're fucked. Like, if that train
Okay.
is not, like, decoupled from us, we are...
Bro, straight up, when they were on the
before
train,
I do
was
that,
like, bro,
I'm gonna make-
they're blue. We can't fight them.
Wait, I'm going to make a dexterity check for both of them who got caught in the blast. Okay, for the sake of it, Soul, can you roll a 4d6 for me?
Nice.
Ooh,
Yep.
DiMaggio.
Not please just go and cut that lady's head off when she lands on the
22.
floor of our cabin.
6664.
Yeah.
22?
What?
Yep.
That's an
Wow.
Very
insane
nice.
roll, bro.
That's a very, very good
So,
roll.
Soul knows how to make explosives.
I'm not gonna tell you how much
that would
damage
have
they
killed
took.
Catmonk.
I'm not gonna tell you how much damage they took, but I'm going to just reduce their health accordingly.
Mr.
20.
Bomba.
That one that's rolled into our fucking carriage.
Yes,
surely
one of them
she's
is
worth
okay.
aware.
So the one that's in the carriage now would be, you can't see this, but I'm gonna move it so remember, and I'm gonna write prone. Prone would be, I would just give this as a prone, and this would be back and also prone. So this would be prone. Yes, but yes, we will end the session on this cliffhanger, and as we go back into the combat, as we start the next session, we will essentially still be in combat, but we will see if the train decouples from that blast.
Level 4. Level 4.
Level
Not
four.
now, not now, but there's a very, very high chance that at the end of this, that means the next session of the new year, you will be level 4. So,
Bro, just put them faster would be level 4, man.
yes,
Did you say we're allowed to change our spells up to a certain point? Am I allowed to change mine? Or
I will allow you to change until level 5,
I
upon
know
which
useless
level 5
having
is
a
like...
psychic damage on
Ba-
things, right?
Basically, level 5, the training wheels are off.
okay,
yeah.
no worries. I
That
will
scorching
change
ray,
for next
baby.
Spells
session.
at long rest anyway, Max? Or
Sorry?
is that for sorcerer? Does sorcerers not change spells at long rest?
No, they can't.
That's warlock,
wizard.
right?
That's wizard,
Oh,
druid, druid, cleric,
Cleric.
paladin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Ranger too.
Warlocks and
Warlocks
sorcerers
don't.
are stuck with whatever spells they
Yeah,
learn.
bards
when
are
they
stuck
first
with what
begin.
spell they are as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rangers as well.
What
yeah,
level
Rangers
are we
as well.
on now?
3. You can see on the landing page, it's right here.
Level
Yeah.
3. Level 3. But soon to be 4.
Good try though, good fight so far.
Yeah, thank you, Ben.
I don't think
Hero
that's
power.
I don't think that's a fighting fight. I think that's a running fight, guys. I think we did the right move.
The way my fight or flight instinct kicked in when the boss was like, "Oh, we're here for one of the girls," and me knowing my backstory, I'm like,
Not you.
"My time has come."
It's not you.
I think that they're just on that fucking thing that Renim gave me, and I'm gonna go back and kill Renim myself. But
I mean, how did they find
Well,
out, right? It has
If
to
you
be one.
think that's what they're going for, that is something you could try to do in the next session.
Nah,
You know, like
killing them.
raise it up or
I
something.
mean, if we decouple the train and there's one still alive with us, we can always interrogate her.
If we decouple the
That's
train.
the one.
If
Yeah.
the train is decoupled, because
we
this
did it
isn't
with-
an actual.
Whoa.
This isn't an actual like grenade. This is a very, very improvised grenade.
Fuck man, I really hope we
The
decouple.
only reason why I said they took 46 is because they were right on top of the impact.
So yeah, we'll find out if we decouple the train.
We will find out if we decouple the train
Soul's
at the
a
end of the
fucking
system. at the
bomber.
That
next
changes everything, man. Like if we didn't decouple it, we're very
Yeah,
fucked.
what the hell.
We're very
So
fucked.
smart.
So, again, strategy. You can decide what to do in the very next session. This is the point of time where Rolly will probably tell you that sometimes players create a WhatsApp group without the DM because they want to strap space. They just be like, Max can't see this.
Remove Max.
Yeah.
No, we don't need to strategize.
Yeah.
yes, we do.
But yes, thank you for the session, guys. That was
That was good. That was good
Thank
shit.
you.
You want to sign off the Twitch, guys?
yeah.
Are we
Guys,
still on?
Mine is off.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, all of you guys who are still watching after 3 hours. That was episode 8, 7.
Seven.
That was episode 7. So next week we'll come back with episode 8 where we'll continue this fight. We're ending this on a cliffhanger. Happy New Year as we head into it, and have a good one, guys. Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Oh man.